But I want to welcome everybody to my channel, The Candy Shop. I am so excited. The Candy Shop. So this is my story time, The Candy Shop. Hello, everybody. Welcome to, this is actually Champagne and what is this? Champagne Conversations.
Conversations.
Champagne Conversations with So Debonair and myself, The Candy Shop. So I know we were talking before this, but how have you been?
I have been good. I've taken a small break from YouTube because school has started. So I've been trying to get acclimated back into this. My role is bigger this year. And so I just haven't really had time to get on YouTube. But, anytime you ask me to come on here, I am here. And I am so excited. The Candy Shop.
Yes. Congratulations again on your role.
Thank you.
I'm excited for you. And we have like 4 people watching. If you're in the comments in the bushes, drop down and say, hey, I love an interactive live, but we can go ahead and get started. We're going.
Well, let's talk a little bit because you haven't been on so much. Like people got to get the algorithm, have to get what it's got going on. So when I come on, I do take a little bit of time before we even start talking because I know it takes time for people to get the notifications. Hey, sis, Bar Meets World is in the chat.
Yeah.
But yes, so that's really what's been going on. I wanted to go live today, but I was like, I'm gonna just wait for you because we already talked about it, and then we could just jump into the topics I want to talk about over here. It's been a long time since we've done Champagne Conversation in a while.
I know. And hey, Miss Bud, good to see you.
Hey, Miss Bud. Hello to my friend in the chat, Dustin Butler.
Yes, Dustin. Thank you for joining us. But yeah, it's been a minute since we've been on. Yes. And Sharon F, yes, it has been a long time. Yes. I've seen you in like almost 2 years. But it's very, very, very good to see you.
It's good to see you. So what's been going on with you?
Just work.
Mm-hmm.
I've been very, very busy. Y'all know I work in education, but higher education. So I've been busy with doing that and getting acclimated to that role. I've been in it since February. So it has been a test. Oh, hey, House of Princess.
Hey, Princess. Hey, boo.
Sister wife. But that's really it. I told people yesterday my channel has been demonetized because of.
Oh, okay. I know you told me that.
Yes, crazy YouTube. It said I had reused content, so I deleted all of my Love and Marriage Huntsville lives. I don't know what video that they are talking about, but I can't get it reviewed until September.
I was thinking when you said that yesterday, I wonder if what you said about us when we were streaming the same live together, was that a thing? So that could be it. But you know what, though? That's not been busy, though.
Oh. But YouTube randomly does it, though. So I don't know.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true.
The lives that we did together, I'm going to delete those off of my channel.
Okay.
But hey, Reps. Good to see you. Yes. Happy to see all of my supporters or our supporters. Yes, it's okay. YouTube, when I was monetized, I wasn't making a lot of money off of it anyway. Because I'm not consistent with YouTube. I do want to get consistent. I'm trying to be like the real estate insider. So Deb, because he's more consistent. Princess.
I'm not consistent, girl. What you talking about?
Memes, you seem consistent.
I'm not.
Family is working in education. Yes, I think. Right. Yes. We are educators. And hey, Neva, good to see you. So
I real quick, I didn't want to say because she brought that up though. So I was on Facebook. I know you've probably seen this because I think you like the post that I had made.
Mm-hmm.
But 7 years ago, I was like, man, I need a better job because I just know I'm way more better than this. And it was so crazy that popped up yesterday at the beginning of the school year. And I'm like, because I'm really in a place where I want to be, it doesn't feel like going to work. It feels like I'm just living my everyday life, taking care of, like, I'll have kids that need to learn. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't feel like I'm going to work. And I really thank God for getting me in a space where I want to be in life, where I'm not going to just quit this job because I'm good for quitting. Like, you know what? Today I'm just tired. My mom knows, like, I would be like, I can tell that I'm about to get fired or quit this job because I'm getting tired of it. And as tired as I'm at this job, but the reason why I'm tired is not because I'm tired of just the semantics. I'm tired because I'm really working, but my work is for a purpose. And
Yeah.
I enjoy that part, especially because I'm dealing with like babies, like little kids, you know. I'm not supposed to say kids because I said kids is a name for a baby goat, but children, I say children. But it just makes me feel good that I'm doing something to help our young Black children grow up to do something besides be nothing. So shout out to me for
Right.
setting goals for
Well,
myself and I didn't even know.
you. Yes, thank you. That's really good. Definitely growth. That's what it sounds like.
Growth.
But did you want to get started on this topic? We Deb wanted to talk about
I
this
didn't.
first topic of Carlee Russell, and I don't appreciate you calling her the scammer, even though we know she did scam.
Well, listen, now I've been reporting from the beginning. I did not report after she came out and said she scammed all y'all. But I do want to talk about it to just kind of carry over here because it was a big topic, you know, and I was watching, I was commenting, giving my commentary on the situation, and people were in the chat saying, well, let's just wait and let's find out if, and let's do this and let's do that. Listen, you can do whatever you want to do. The girl scammed y'all. Okay. Y'all was sitting over here praying for this girl she don't need prayers. She needs help.
Yeah, she does need help, but I guess for me, I'm not mad at her, because I don't know. Anytime any situation is going on with a Black woman, I'm gonna always, of course, hope the best and hope that they get found. And thankfully, this
She
young
wasn't lost.
well, but the thing is, thankfully, she wasn't lost because it was another case today where the young Black woman missing that was her remains were found. So she's dead. So thank God this girl did scam us because it would have been another story had she have been dead. So
You don't think that what she did affects people in the past? I mean, that's in the future wanting to help find Black women because of her scam?
no, because I still feel like every case that comes, every woman that's reported missing, that it needs to be investigated. No, I don't think it affects us. I'm gonna, regardless of what stories I hear, and this is just me, what stories I hear about Black women missing, I'm always gonna want them to be found, regardless of what the circumstances are. Mm-hmm. Whether they are scamming me or not, I want to know. Now, it's unfortunate that this girl did this because I did hear some people saying, "Oh, it makes us look bad. People don't even look for us and all this other stuff." To me, I don't care. The girl was safe, and that's the main thing that I was happy about.
So, Carlee, the scammer, listen, I call her scammers are us. But I think this was the thing for me. In the beginning, I was like, you know, I'm not going to give my opinion. I want to talk about what we do know about, and then let's move from there. However people feel, hey, Chi-Town, however people feel, I want people to express this because, you know, we have a hard time people clicking the link and coming up on the little smaller channels. I'm going to call me a smaller channel as well at this point because algorithm wise, people ain't clicking the link like that. But so I'm going to call me a smaller YouTuber at this point. But I wanted people to come up and give their opinions on it. A lot of people were not feeling the story. Yeah. And I think a lot of the reasons why was because things weren't matching up. Okay. Once we saw the footage of this young lady at the car, and we seen her go from her front seat to, people can't say if it was the back seat or the front seat. Hey, Popcorn.
She's going to the concert with us, y'all. I had to shout that out.
It should cost $1 million to look this. Okay, we're not talking about that. But once I saw her walk from the front of the car to the passenger side of the back seat, I knew something was wrong with the story that had been told. And so, even when the story was told, because I didn't understand why she hung up with the police to talk to the brother's girlfriend, that didn't make sense to me. Because if you're trying to help this, and then also, you see, but you're letting a toddler walk down the side of a highway. If I'm going to stop, baby, I'm getting off the car and picking up this toddler and taking it to the emergency room, the hospital, something like this. the sense of urgency wasn't there for me. Then when you hear the actual police phone call, she didn't sound like she. I would be in like nervous, distraught. She was like, "Oh yeah, this baby walking down the street. It's on this highway. It's over here by this. No, I think it was this. Somebody said like it was no sense of urgency in her voice for any of this. So what's going on, Lamar? So for me, I'm not sitting here like, let me pray for some girl who's scamming because she married his ex-boyfriend. And I feel like he was playing a part in it, and now all of a sudden he's trying to back out and go, I'm mad she lied to me too. You knew y'all had gotten to this argument, and she was trying to bait you for whatever reason.
He trying to find love here in Atlanta because I talked about this yesterday. Thursday, he had an event at a club here, and
I heard about that. Yeah.
He couldn't host it because his lawyer told him, or some lawyer told him that the case is still open, and so it would be in his best interest not to do that. And to me, he just seems like a dusty. If I'll just say this, anybody closely associated with this case needs to really keep their mouth shut and let it play out in court, whatever. Like I said, it's unfortunate that this young woman had all this going on, but I'm still happy that she's safe because it was scary. It was scary to know that this woman was missing. And like I said, today there was a woman, her remains were found, and I think it's here in Georgia.
I mean, originally when Chi-Town sent it to me, I posted it immediately because I'm like, not without a thought. Chi-Town was like, she's an AKA, I think. So post it. So when Chi-Town, I'm that's my girl. I'm gonna do whatever she say do because I trust her. But then when the story starts unfolding, I'm like, nah, I shouldn't have posted that because now I feel like I played the fool in this situation. And then, get all the way to the point where she says that she lied. I'm like, you know what? After hearing everything that I heard and getting to the point where she got there, because you can watch my views change as I talked about it. And people were in the comments. I said, I never said that she's not missing. I never said that I don't believe her. What I'm saying is we need to think farther into what's going on here because the story is just not making sense.
Yes.
And so as more and more information comes out, I'm like, baby, this girl is lying. Okay. Yeah. And she needs to really cut this because we have a lot of Black women that are really missing.
Like
it's like the boy that cried wolf. After so many times, baby, and it's quick for white folks to start believing that this is very true. Because a lot of times the women are missing and they never get this type of publicity about them being missing. But because she made this such a thing and, it was a big story, I think the news and I think the police department pick and choose what they want to because they know what is a lie and what's not a lie.
No. Well, I'll just say this because I had a couple of friends in the Birmingham area. Mm-hmm. They felt like the Hoover police really showed themselves with what all the things that they're trying to charge this girl with. They feel like Hoover, that situation is being a little bit too hard on this girl.
I agree with that.
I want to say a couple of things. So reps, yes, Amani, this was a young woman that was missing as well, and she's been found dead. And she had 4 children. And so this is what's sad. So this is why I say, no, the Carlee situation does not make it worse for a Black woman missing to me, because I'm still going to have that same passion that I had about finding Carlee, whatever Black woman.
But that's also you, and you support Black women, and like that's your thing. But for people who don't do that, and then watching a Black woman literally go onto the internet and lie, and I mean, right now we don't even know what the reason for her lying was. There's a big a gap here because you're going to do that because you're a Black woman, you support Black women, and you want to believe the victim first. Period. But everybody's not in that mind frame, and
two things that Chi-Town said, not to cut you off. I agree with this. She still needed to be found, though, regardless of what the circumstances were. And another thing that Chi-Town said was this took off because of social media. Because to be honest, if social media wasn't on it, it would not have gotten the publicity that it got in the actual national media. And I 100% agree with that because I saw this first on TikTok and Facebook. I didn't see it hit the CNN until after TikTok had blown up about this. So like I said, if we still have people that are passionate, because I know there are a lot of people that, like myself, that regardless of what the circumstances are, we want to make sure that these people are okay. Especially these Black women. I think it's not messing up anything.
No, but I agree with that, because you have to look at Shanquilla. You can look at what's the girl who was in the freezer?
I forgot her name, in Chicago.
Yeah,
I forgot her name, and I hate that I forgot her name.
But that was all social media doing that too. So we know that social media does work, but also when it comes down to the ground for this, and I've even seen like a lot of even YouTubers that were talking about this as the stuff started to unfold. Like even Jamie was down, like, no, we need to find her, this and this. They found her, and then Jamie started taking her like her perspective as well, because it just wasn't making any sense. And then to come to find out that the girl said that she had showed up, she showed up at the house, but they have camera footage of her walking down the street just fine, and then getting in front of her house, and then all of a sudden putting on the act. Like, for me, I think that if someone who is not pro-Black woman and someone who is not like in the space that a lot of us are on from the other side, this gives them another reason to not really believe Black women. Kanika Jenkins, yes, Princess.
Yes, Kanika Jenkins.
But that's what I'm saying. We're always going to be that way when it comes down to Black women, Black men, whoever. Well, I don't know about all that, but anyway, but Black women are going to be that way. But I just think that she is causing a rift in other spaces who don't really care about Black women, because they're like, well, now she didn't lie. What other Black women are lying? They're quick to change.
No, I mean, that can be true. But what I'll say this, as a Black woman, I'm always going to be an advocate for Black women and excuse me, Black women.
I'm saying, like, take out your perspective.
But this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Because of my advocacy for Black women and other women like myself having the same advocacy, I still see us going to social media still. And if somebody is missing, we're putting it out there. So whether or not the national media picks it up or not, to me, I don't care. Social media is very powerful. And I feel like because it's out there on social media, and what Carlee didn't sway me either way, I'm going to continue to move the same way that I was moving before. Because again, I say this, I'm glad this young woman was found, and I'm glad that it was just a scam. So again, it was unfortunate that all this stuff happened. And I know Chi-Town said earlier that she felt like somebody helped her. I agree. I think somebody did help her. Maybe
absolutely.
Maybe her parents, because I know about a week or two ago, they were saying they confiscated the parents' phones, or they took their phones to review them. Somebody helped her, but on social media, we need to keep the same energy that we have. And I feel like I
think social media is always going to keep that energy, though. I don't think that's going to change. I'm talking about the people who are watching us report on these things, because I don't think that, because we're going to pick up a story regardless, especially if you believe in that story. You're going to pick the story up and you're going to ride with the story till the wheels fall off. But I'm just about the people who are watching us on social media. Yeah. Does that change their perspectives? Like, we have to go vote tomorrow about rules and regulations about false calling, because again, we can even change this to like Karens, because there's
all the time. Karens do it too.
But what I'm saying is, but now Karens is a thing. Like, before, Karens weren't a thing, but because of us showing that there's a thing called Karens, like, there are laws in certain cities about Karens now. But just think about like that happening, and then the Karen really was telling the truth. Like, the person that was calling this person a Karen lied. It changes for the people who are watching. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree with Rep. She said, I don't think she thought it was going to get out so fast in a huge search party. Did she not think she was loved enough for everyone to look for me? I agree with her with what Reps just said, because when you look at her past tweets, she was always attention seeking. And it just seemed like this was the next thing to do. And I don't think, because in her mindset, she probably thought, hey, I'm a Black woman. They're not going to make this a national story, so let me go ahead and do this. I don't think she thought it. Yeah, but I mean, but it's a good thing it got blown up, because...
Yeah, if it was real, it's a good thing, but it's not a good thing when you lie.
Deb, I'm willing. I'm sorry. I'm just. And I agree with Chi-Town. She said, I'm proud and thankful that social media did repost it and did put a spotlight on this because this could have even gone further. I think she turned herself in because she saw all of this coming out. Right. And hey, Chris Maxwell.
Hey, Chris.
You.
I just wish that she wouldn't have destroyed her whole life for a lie.
And Chi-Town, yes, I will be looking for you, sister girl.
Now I'll be looking for you because I know you're gonna sit here and lie about a baby on the side of the highway. Hey, Stu, Queen Bee.
Hey, Stu. Oh, you finally said her name correct because you.
I know. I've had practice. Because I know it was an Institute. I think I used to know Sunday that, but yeah. Woo child, Karen's getting us killed. So glad no one. That's right.
Slow with putting up these comments. Woo child. Here we go with my connection. Am I hit back now?
Yeah, we can hear you still. You was just breaking up a little bit.
Okay, but I was gonna say I agree with Reps. These Karens do it all the time. So if anybody deserves to have their story scrutinized, well, I won't say that, but I was just
let's can we talk about that?
Yeah.
So when we have things going on that happen to us in the Black community, do you feel like we stay pressed on the situation long enough for something to happen?
Do I feel like we stay pressed on the situation?
Do you feel like we put our foot on the necks and keep it there until the changes happen, or once they say not guilty, like we just stop and it's over with, or do we keep it going? Because when you think about, back when they were fighting for our right, like our ancestors were fighting for us, it didn't matter how many times they said no, they kept fighting, right? But
I'll say this.
Well, real quick, let me finish. Okay. But after they do like the court case and there's like not guilty, it's kind of like it's over for us. Like, that's fucked up. They did this. I didn't mean to say that word, but that's messed up. They did this, and then we kind of move on. But when we look at our ancestors, like they're like, okay, we're gonna keep it going. Like we're gonna keep pressing, and so there's a change. But when it comes down to kind of situations that's going on now, it's like, oh, well, they let the officer keep the job, and it kind of dissolves. But they don't like keep the fight going. Or maybe like some people do, but not the magnitude of what it was before the not guilty stops after the not guilty.
I feel like, no, we don't. I'm going to answer your question first. I feel like, no, we don't keep our necks on situations as long as we should. Secondly, I feel like we are so quick to turn our backs on each other when a mistake is made, i.e. Carlee Russell.
No, don't use her. Use somebody else. Else.
I'm going to use Carlee Russell because this is clearly a girl that needs some help. Clearly, for her to go to these extremes, she needs definitely people around her that love her and care for her to get her the help that she needs. And I feel like as Black people, we are so critical of each other, holding each other up to these standards of what Europeans hold us up to versus just us being us. Like I just feel like had it have been somebody in that persuasion, the European persuasion, clear persuasion, says she a lied or whatever, it would have been like, oh, give her grace because she needs help and this happened to her. And this is what's going on. But with a Black woman, it's like, oh yeah, take her ass to jail. She needs to go to jail. No, she needs the same help and coddling that y'all would have did to the Karens. Like that is, I'm speaking all the way facts with that.
You are.
That did the same thing, we would have been asked to give this woman grace. But when it's a Black woman, y'all want to just, it's done. Take us to jail.
I don't want her to go to jail. But what I do want her to do is do some community service or something, because I feel like, and that's for anybody who takes away time. I mean, do you feel that same way about Jussie Smollett?
With Jussie Smollett, I felt like something was wrong with him. Sometimes I feel like he didn't deserve all the scrutiny he received, but what he did was very serious. He said that he was kidnapped and it was this hate crime and all this other stuff. Like his stuff was very premeditated. People like need help.
So was hers.
Yeah, but
there's no difference.
I was gonna say her story. Actually, his story is similar to a girl back. I read a story about a girl in Brooklyn, I think, or in New York, back in the 80s, that says she was kidnapped and white people beat her. And
Wasn't that the song the TLC made a song about that girl?
I think so. Yeah.
Yes.
So, but her story is similar.
That song used to scare the shit out of me growing up. Sorry, not to cut you off. It used to scare the shit out of me. For real.
Story is similar to Carlee Russell and Jussie Smollett. And I just feel like as a Black community, regardless of what is going on, we still need to make sure that these people are taken care of and not turn our backs so quickly on each other, because that happens a lot. We tend to turn on each other very quick versus coming together and getting the help that we actually need in our community.
So there's one other question I want to ask you, and I didn't know we was going to go this far into this, but I do want to ask one more question.
Yeah,
I'll try to find a post real quick. So there's this gay guy who was unalived for voguing. I think it was at the gas station.
Oh yeah.
His name is O'Shea. Is it Sibley? And again, there's minimum outrage about that.
Oh, I was gonna say I saw Beyonce did something for him.
Of course, Beyonce did. Girl, she gets Renaissance. Okay, she know what who her fans are, but we see Beyonce do things. But when it comes down to like Black Lives Matter, supporting Black women, all type of different things, we see the outrage. Like literally, there's not been a lot of coverage over this boy's unaliving.
And hey, Vintage, yes, Tawana Brawley is the girl in Brooklyn. And
Okay.
hey, Nihar, see you.
So I think the thing is, and I'm from the community, so I think the thing is that normally when there is a Trayvon Martin, there is a what's the man's name during COVID?
Who during COVID?
The guy who got unalived during COVID. What's his? I had all these names in my head. Huh?
The guy who got the knee on his neck.
The Sandra Bland's, but there's another guy.
Was it the one that they killed in, up there in Minneapolis?
Yes, I think he was selling cigarettes or something like that.
Selling cigarettes. I thought. Are you talking about the guy who had that? They killed him with their knee
in the neck
on his neck. Yes, I know what you're talking about.
So there's a lot of outrage for those things, right? Somebody in the chat will. Oh, George Floyd. Yes, thank you, Detroit. Yes, George Floyd.
Yes.
So in all these situations, there's a lot of outrage. But then this man is literally, and the thing is, I'm going to say this because I hate this thing when it comes down to this question. They're like, when the LGBT compare their situation through slavery, or what is it, segregation? They're like, well, you don't die because of your sexuality. This man literally died because of his sexuality. This is not the first time though. And there's no outrage. Like,
did you see that it was a teenager that killed him?
Yeah, I've just seen that, but still, there's no outrage for this. So, but the first thing you would hear before this boy even died, which this is not the first boy who has been unalive because of his sexuality, is that y'all don't die because of your sexuality. We have died because of our skin color. That's not true. That's never been true. Like lots of people have died because of their sexuality, whether it's a trans people, whether it's been gay people, lesbians, people unalive them all the time for those things. But this story is not a big story for real. So we're sitting here, we're talking about a lot of things. We have our Breonna Taylor's, which for real, she didn't even have any interaction with the cops, but that cop that unalived her got away with it,
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking, like, of all the spaces, these are all Black situations. And I will say this to the day that I die until it happens. At what point do we as Black people forget about you being a man or woman, whatever your sexuality is? If you a dog or a bird is Black, I just want to make sure that as Black, period, or let's say people of color, because even outside of us as African American, they still treat us and unalive us all the time. When do we come together and it clicks like, listen, we can have our disagreements, but as people of color, when do we come together and fight these people back for real? Because right now it just looks horrible. And
I
yet
think
Carlee lied. Yeah, she's one of the people who lied, but there's millions of people who did not lie. And we didn't pick up those stories. We didn't fight for them like that. We're still waiting on Shanquilla. We're still waiting on the girl in the freezer.
Kanika. Yeah.
Kanika. We're still waiting on these stories. And they just, after so long, it was over.
I think a lot of times with us, first of all, there are struggles between just the sexes, man and women. You can
Absolutely.
take away the gay part, so then we still view you as a black man. So
yeah, but we have to stop doing that though.
But
because there's other factors in that situation.
That's what happens though, because and I'll say this, and we probably hopefully we get to our other topics.
I know.
So talking about the cisgender comment, and there are trans women that are coming for Black women, which is interesting to me. So cisgender, I've never had an issue with that classification, but I will say this: I always wondered why we needed to be labeled cis when I'm already naturally a woman. And I know they say, "Oh, that's the scientific term," and somebody said it went way back to the early 1900s. From my understanding, when I researched, that was a term that was developed in 1994. Secondly, it didn't become popular until trans women started saying that they were women. And so they needed something to classify actual, I guess, cis women and then the trans women.
But do you know why though?
No, I don't know why.
Because so you're my friend, right?
Yeah, I'm your friend.
And I talked about this on my channel before, but we can kind of go over here because there's a lot more women over here. So a lot of the reason I've heard cis like way before like it became a thing in like life right now. A lot of times it's because like let's say me and you are friends. And you go to the gay clubs with me too. So like let's say that we're out together and the people that are there are bisexual men, there are men who like transgender women. They don't know that you are not trans or you're not a trans woman or you're not a drag. Like they don't know that. So they use that as a term to in our spaces to say, no, that's cis. You'll hear us say all the time, like, hey, cis. But they would say that, as a term to let people know that like guys are asking about you. No, she's cis. Like that's cisgender. She's a real woman. But it turned into something nasty because now it's in every day. But the only reason why is because now the gay community is in every space now. When we will look at our jobs, we look at the entertainment business, it's in everywhere. So people like the word now is out in everywhere because if you're out with me, they might think, hey, the candy shop might be a trans woman or a,
Why can I say that I'm just a naturally born woman?
Because a lot of the women that are trans say I'm a natural woman. So when they say cis woman, this is just in our spaces. And this is what I'm just trying to let you guys know. Take it how you want to take it. But in our spaces, we would say, no, that's cis. Like that's or there's something that's fish. To let them know, like, no, that's a natural born woman. So that the guys or whoever was trying to talk to you in our space, if you're looking for something different, that's not it. This is actually a real woman. It was nothing to be disrespectful. It was just let the people know, like, no, that's like cis. Like that's a woman.
I agree with Princess. She said that is not our issue with it. Like our issue, my issue, I'm gonna just say my issue is
what is not our issue with it?
The whole I'll let Princess explain that. She said they are trying to force us to say cis and trans should just say they are trans.
I think the world is trying to make you guys do that. That's not from the gay community. We've been saying this for years. That's not from the gay community. That's what the world is doing because now it's not like y'all are coming to our spaces. We're in y'all spaces now.
Let me say this. Since we're not,
let me finish what I'm saying real quick and then go. But I want to say this. I think that because we're in the same spaces now, that's why it's a thing because we're used to saying, no, that's cis. Like, don't bother her or don't do this because there's a lot of, like when I was growing up, I had a lot of female friends. They went up to gay clubs all the time. These are not trans women. These are not, women who are in the life of gay people. So it was a protection thing for the women who was with us.
So can I say this? Is it offensive to say that I'm a naturally born woman?
It's not offensive, but the thing is, there's a lot of trans people say they will say I'm a natural woman. So to stop the confusion, that's why a lot of the gay boys would say, no, that's cis.
Okay. So another thing that I was offended by were the new terms for a cycle, and then somebody said we're gatekeeping our cycles, which I thought was ridiculous. Like, where is that coming from? Also, why do trans?
I can say where that came from.
Let me ask.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Why do trans women feel like we are jealous of them when I'll just say this. A lot of times when I'm out in the world, my mindset is not even on a trans woman. I'm naturally a woman, so femininity, all that, I feel like I ooze that naturally. I have nothing to be jealous about. For many years, I've been an advocate of trans women. One of my favorites is T.S. Madison. Yeah, I followed T.S. Madison for many years when T.S. Madison used to go live on Facebook. I love T.S. Madison. But what's interesting to me is they're saying things like we're jealous and all this other stuff, and we're gatekeeping our cycles. I can't gatekeep that's something that's naturally in me. Like, I'm naturally a woman. I naturally have a cycle. It's not. If I could give it to a trans, I would. I would love to exchange not having one so they could have one, but naturally I can't.
I never will.
So let me go to some of these comments because we're getting a lot of them. House of Princess said, nah, trans girls get real disrespectful to us. I've had personal experience. I have as well.
But but is it from every trans person or just some trans people?
I'll say this. My job with a non-binary person that was a trans man, I was offended by certain things that was said, and I actually lost a job because that person lied and said I was not that I was harassing them. Right. I did everything in my power to make this person feel welcome. I did not view them as anything else other than a person because that's what they wanted to be called. They wanted to be called they. And I feel like they use the fact that right now we're living in a situation where the LGBTQ community does have a lot of rights, and there are laws going into place.
But you're talking about the white folks, the black people. No, we don't have that.
This was a black girl.
This is a black girl. This is one black person that's had this rank.
I'll say this. So Deb, one was a black lesbian. The other one was a black trans man who did not have pronouns. They were non-binary. And these two people lied on me and said I was harassing them. And they used the fact that basically the prior company I worked for was there was a lot of people in the community, including the president. They used the fact of that and to say that I was harassing them in order to get me fired. They thought that they were I'll say this, the black lesbian was mad at the fact that I was a part of the leadership team and that I was making more money than her. Now, the non-binary person was in a relationship with the black lesbian woman, and she was going to do whatever this.
Wait, what?
Oh, yeah, it was a lot.
Say the last part. I'm confused. What happened?
The trans man was in a relationship with the lesbian woman. And she
that does make sense. Okay, go ahead.
She would do whatever this lesbian woman said, and they lied on me. And I felt like doing a story time on this. The only reason why I have not done a story time on this is to protect my current job because I don't want anything to go viral. But it does piss me off because I feel like as a heterosexual cisgendered woman, I don't have any rights because they took the words of these people and used it against me. They didn't want to see my phone or what I had going on. They just took their word against mine because it was actually 3 people against 1. And that really rubbed me the wrong way. And to me, I feel like it's going too far. As a heterosexual cisgendered woman, I don't have a lot of rights. when in regards to that. So explain that. So there, while I go,
and I really want to, because I feel like that's the same thing to me as white people grouping all black people together. All people that are trans don't do that. All gay people don't do that. That's not like generalizing the entire community. To me is wrong, because even for me, and I say this all the time, I don't understand a lot of the things that happen outside of the G for me. I don't understand a lot of it. Even when it comes to pronouns, I don't understand it. Literally, there's a guy, I think, I don't even know how to even say this, that I work with, and literally says something the other day, like, not, I was like, I say good morning to everybody. And he was like, nah, because we were doing something with our job. We had to do like some passport thing. And he was like, nah, because you don't even know how to get my pronouns together. And for them, I just met you. I didn't even know, what they were. I did hear one time, but like for me, I will forget people's names in a minute. So me remembering your pronouns is very different. But I think that grouping the entire LGBT community together and saying that we don't like that we're a problem is, for me, I don't understand that part, because Black people don't like that either. Women don't like that, because a lot of women don't feel like how they feel. I've seen a lot of women saying protect Black women is a joke because y'all the ones who are fighting each other. They said it a lot. So I think there are certain people in these sectors that are doing these things to each other. But what we do have is people who understand that, listen, I don't want to be grouped into some bullshit. What I do want to do is respect the Black folks that I am around. Listen, if you want to be called he, him, they, this, that, dog, cat, frog, whatever it is, give me some time so I can understand. I might mess up. And even when it comes down to supporting Black women, or the Black Lives Matter thing, well, what are we really supporting in these spaces? Because sometimes y'all don't support each other, or sometimes when it comes to Black Lives Matter, exactly why are we doing this? Because if this person is not really like don't give a fuck about Black people, then why are this person this way? Like, this person has been terrorizing Black community, period. There's so many levels. But again, I will go back to the beginning when it comes down to the fact that when we were brought over here, they divided us.
mm-hmm.
And there's so much division when it comes to anything Black. While the white folks and everybody else that's not Black are over here doing whatever they got to do, we are the only people fighting each other. When we need some representatives from each part of being Black and saying, listen, I get it. There's very disrespectful things that are going on, but right now, how can we solve the issue?
Answer this question. With the let's talk about the LGBTQ community experience.
Okay.
To me, I've seen racism amongst that community.
It is. That's why I'm saying this to you. There's problems in every sector of everything. Because again, y'all think that Black LGBT people have a lot. We don't have shit. Because when we go to the white clubs here in Atlanta, they call us ninjas all the time. We don't have the privilege that you guys think that we have. But they are sitting in different spaces. The white folks are. They're sitting in different spaces, so they're going to protect. They're going to protect the community because it works for them. But the Black people cannot get together and say, we're going to protect the Black community. It doesn't matter if they don't like us or not. They're going to protect that as the LGBT community because it works as a gathering versus us against each other.
Can you answer this question?
Mm-hmm.
What March, baby? Well, I put it up there. And thank you, Mark. I'm loving the question.
Why are men, whether gay or not, trying to police natural-born females' bodies using terms that are offensive about women's bodies?
Because it sounds like misogyny, regardless of the trans.
First of all, let me tell you something. But let me say this though. Put that back up, please.
Oh, uh-huh.
Why are men, whether gay or not, trying to police natural-born females' bodies? Now, I don't know if you're talking about trans people or actual men, like in the gay community.
Black trans
women. So I can't see, for me, that would come off as disrespectful. Because as men, I would say I'm a man. As a gay man, I'm a gay man. Now, are trans men doing this? Because for me, I guess I can't do that. But I would say gay men are all. But wait, you asked me a question, so I'm gonna answer this. Gay men are all down for this stuff. We're not trying to police y'all's bodies. We want y'all to be able to do whatever y'all want to do. We fight for it. We will march for y'all all the time. Like literally, you know that about me. Like I fought niggas over girls who, I mean, not girls, but women are, and my friends who have men who wanted them to have abortions and everything. I be fighting niggas like for real, because of this. So I think that you're talking about trans men, but trans men are women who are now men.
She's talking about trans women.
Trans women are men who have transitioned to women, though.
Yeah, but I'll say this, so Deb, even though they've transitioned to women, it kind of comes off, and I'm trying not to be offensive,
I
but
think that y'all just mean to each other, though.
It comes off as yet men that were naturally born men that transition to women still trying to police our bodies.
I think if y'all lose this perspective,
let me say this before you say your comment.
okay.
I'm getting hot down my hair. As a trans woman, they will never know what it's truly like to be a Black woman. And I think that's what trans women don't see. And that's what they don't respect. The fact that as a Black woman, they're not going to experience what we experience. And I'll just say this. Now, they may experience what we experience at face value, let's say going to the mall, but let's go into these hospitals. Let's go into us having babies and people pushing C-sections on us to push surgery when we didn't need it. They're not going to experience.
But is that what trans people are fighting for, though?
Oh my God. Trans women are trying to get us to not call our periods or our cycles periods and cycles.
Well, so I wanted to answer that. I wanted to answer that before. So do you know why they said that? Why that women don't own periods? Can you hear me?
Breaking up.
I think you're breaking up.
I think
I hear you now.
I'm breaking up. What you say? Okay,
I'm
back.
Okay, do you know why they were saying that?
Why? I want to know.
Because you have trans men that have periods. Now it's still
and
bullshit.
They were naturally born.
Don't get me in trouble. I won't say it's bullshit, but they were saying that natural born women don't own periods because trans men have periods.
Yes, and Dee, who is being homophobic? This is another thing. So when we
wait. Let's don't address this.
But I just want to say
the conversation if Dee feels the same way afterwards, because I think this is a place. I think this is a conversation that should be had.
And I want to say, Dee, it's not about being homophobic, but I just feel like in these situations we've never actually we've never been able to have these conversations. We've never been able to address certain issues amongst our community.
She said not you. She said not you.
Oh, but I just wanted to know.
So, yeah. But I think that a lot of times we have this conversation it's like y'all are saying stuff to me, and like we're not really like listening, because again, I have no dog in the fight about the women part of this. Whether you trans, I can't even get it right. Trans woman or trans man, whatever it is. And natural woman, I can't get that part of it. But what I'm saying is, the women and the men who have babies. That's why the person was saying that, because trans whoever that turns into the man, they can still have babies and periods. So that's what the conversation was about. That's what the girl explained.
Wait, you said what? Wait, repeat that.
So the person who said that was talking about the trans men, because at this point, trans men can have periods too. So they were saying the reason why women, natural born women, don't own periods is because the trans men have them too.
Yes. Oh, let me see if I can drop the link, because they actually dropped the link. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep up with everything. And
before you do, because I know it's about to be a whole thing, I just want to get some things out.
Yeah.
I think my own personal thing is this, and I've always said this. One, I feel like if the LGBT and Black women come together, y'all, we could run this world together. But there is so many things that are happening where people are so offended by things that are being said. This is my opinion. What I think that trans people want is to be respected and to be understood in the space they are in. You might not understand that they woke up when they were able to understand who they are. They were women and they were born in the wrong body. I don't understand that as a Black gay man. I don't understand that, but I don't voice that on this internet all the time. Mm-hmm. Women do that all the time. As a trans man, or well, I think trans woman, what trans woman means? Oh, from a y'all know what I'm saying. Vice versa. I don't understand it either but I don't go on the internet and talk about it because I don't understand it. And then it goes down to the children. People were going around saying that Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union made their daughter cut off a penis, and that was never even said. I think that we have to understand what is being said, what is happening, because we do have a hard time comprehending what is actually happening in our spaces. But I'm gonna go back down to what I originally was talking about. Who gives a damn about all this stuff? If y'all don't say nothing about trans people, they don't say nothing about y'all. It really doesn't even fucking matter.
It just
hold on, wait, let me finish. Let me bring up people. It doesn't matter how you feel about people's personal lives, because I'm not gonna go in your bedroom and talk about what you got going on. You can like people pissing and shitting on you. I'm never going into your comments or talking about you like that. That's people's personal space. But us fighting over shit like this causes us to not get anywhere in life when it comes down to the Black. We've been in slavery. We have been held down so much as Black people, and we're sitting around talking about trans and Black people and your sexuality, but there are bigger things going on in life. And we're sitting here arguing about dumbass shit.
Well, can I say this? I agree with Princess. Trans always kick it off with us. I've never seen
that
anybody. I'll say this: a cisgender woman just come and go off about trans. I'm always seeing constantly, unless it's the media just trying to feed it to us and to be divisive. But I keep seeing videos of trans women talking about cisgender women. And
do you see videos of trans women talking positive about Black women?
The only one that I saw, well, Funky Dineva is not trans. He's gay.
He's not.
I saw
But there are so many trans people that talk very positive about Black women, but they don't show y'all that. I
can say this, T.S. Madison, and I know people are not feeling T.S. Madison right now because of his comments to Just Hilarious.
You can't say his.
I mean, I'm sorry, her comments, and that is crazy that I say his.
Yeah.
Because I have always viewed T.S. Madison as a woman. Because of her comments to Just Hilarious, I feel like T.S. Madison is somewhat of an advocate for Black women. And Just Hilarious's comments, even though they were defending us, and I agree with some of them, I'm not going to say were homophobic, but they were not, they were just not right.
Can you pull up Protect My Energy's comment?
Yes, and hey, Protect My Energy.
The LG and B community have not caused any division. It's the T has.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you why, because we will come on the social media and I've said this many times. Outside of the G, I don't understand none of this shit. I don't. Yeah. But I don't dig into that stuff. Like when they say stuff, hey, you know what? Y'all don't own periods. When I did hear what it was about, I was like, okay, there are trans men who have periods, so they were saying something that was very different.
I agree,
but it was the only reason why I understood it was because I have no dog in the fight, so I can't sit around with Black women or anybody else and say, oh yeah, no, because I'm like, well, Black women are people who do have periods, but then when they did clarify that, well, trans men do have periods, so Black women are not people. I mean, people don't own that. But I think this is more of a battle about the Black woman plight and the things that Black women want, because there are so many times in real life, and I'm down for the whole thing for Black women. You know that, like, I want to fight for Black women. I'm down for this part.
So crazy.
But I feel like fighting each other does not help this.
This is what's so crazy. Now, I've been an advocate for trans women for many years. My favorite trans woman, I don't know if she considers herself a trans woman and she's gone now, was Crystal LaBeija from the House of LaBeija. I can go all the way back to 1968. The ballroom culture and all of that is something that I've always liked, because
but that's fun though.
It's fun, it's feminine, but
the community's not asking for that. Y'all enjoy those things. What they're asking for is like when this boy died because he got unalived at a gas station. That's what they want more of. You can have fun like we have fun at all the straight clubs.
I'll say this: the trans community, and I'm not going to say trans men, trans women are the ones I just don't understand what the problem is. Like
the problem is that
let me finish.
I'm gonna tell you what the problem is though.
Let me finish though.
Okay.
Cherry the Boom or Le Boom, whatever her name is. I used to like Cherry Boom as well. Mm-hmm. But she made some comments recently that were not good, and I don't know why she feels like, again, natural born women are jealous of her, because I'll say this about men, period. Men are going to deal with whoever the hell they want to deal with, and we know that as women. So I don't have to be jealous of you. I already, as a woman, that a cisgender woman that enjoys being a woman and enjoys being who I am, I have no problem with you as a trans woman, because you can never take anything away from me. I'm always going to be a woman. So, and I don't think trans women understand that. When they're trying to have us rename our cycles, rename breastfeeding and all that, you're trying to take our womanhood away when you do that. But
I think you're categorizing all trans people though.
But all trans women don't want that. I'm saying trans men. I'm saying trans women that have come out here.
I'm saying what you're saying. I think that you're categorizing all of them.
I'm not
some of them, because all of them don't want that.
Categorizing all of them. I'm speaking on the topic. I'm speaking on what's been put out. There have been people.
All trans women don't want that.
There have been people on these platforms speaking as if they're all trans women and speaking about us.
Yes, some, not all.
Okay.
And I think that's the problem, is like y'all are focusing on the people that are problematic. Black women have people that are problematic. Black men have. Black women have trans people have problematic people. Black women have problematic people. Black men have problematic people. The gay community have problematic people. We all have people that are problematic. But why stay stuck on the people that are problematic and the people that are trying to really come together? Because I can tell you from my friendships that I have, we are pro-Black woman all day. When we hanging out, our homegirls hanging out with us all the time, because it's not a problem for us. We don't give a fuck about that shit. But y'all are focusing on people that are problematic. That's like the white people that we are all focusing on, the Karens. Every white woman is not a Karen, but we classify us. But this is a Black problem, because at the end of the day, we should be able to come together and say, fuck these people. If these people that are these trans people be problematic, let them be problematic over there. But we have people that are trans, that are supportive, and they love us. They like a lot of y'all have friends that are trans women. Look at Raleigh Knox. She's been making dresses for the Housewives girls all the time. Raleigh Knox is an amazing trans person, and y'all never heard nothing problematic about her. But when y'all attacking trans people, y'all attacking her too. She's never said nothing problematic about Black women. She supports Black women. She's marched for Black women. She does a lot of things. But when y'all are the same thing that we don't like about white people doing to us as Black people are doing the same thing about the LGBT community. All of us are not bad. And we have to let that narrative go. Yes, there are bad people that are in our community, just like every other community that they are. But the people who are not, let's come together and let's fight a battle where we're not doing this, because we don't like it. I'm going to say for my own self, I want to be able to go march. I went down for the George Floyd thing. It was a problem that gay people were there because they was like Black Lives Matter. They had a sign that said Black Lives Matter, Trans Lives Matter, Gay Lives Matter, Black Women's Matter, all these things. But you know who the problem was? The trans people. That was a thing for the people at George Floyd's marches. Mm-hmm. So it's not a thing where it's a one-sided situation. And I see the comments, but we have to be realistic when it comes on this conversation. It's not because of trans people. It's about certain trans people who do these things. It's about certain gay boys and certain lesbians who do these things. It's not the full collective of the letter people. It's about these certain people who have this perspective. Just like when I was on YouTube, I'm on Twitter today, they were saying something about Black women being the worst part of Black women because they all bat each other. I said it's some Black women.
What do you think?
It's not all Black women.
What do you think about Lamb Levity's comment, Lamar's comment?
The bathroom sharing is ridiculous. I think that for me, this is me personally, so dead to saying this. I don't know if I would want, if I had a child in a woman's bathroom, I don't know if I don't even know if they have the urinal stalls in a woman's bathroom. But giving them their own bathroom to me makes a lot of sense, so that they don't have to go into the women's bathroom because they have a penis. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think a little kid should see a penis, period. And then is that confusing for them to even go to the bathroom and see that? Like, where do I use the bathroom at? So I think that was a very important thing for trans people to have their own bathroom, so that when they do go to the bathroom, a child in the bathroom doesn't have to see a penis or a vagina when they're there.
I think, I don't know. So I definitely love the separate bathrooms, but me being in a family, we use the family bathroom, so anybody can use that. It's a single stall.
But that's for like people who have children, though. For
I know.
You know what I'm saying? I would want a bathroom for trans people, not a bathroom for trans people and my baby. Like, I don't want that. And I think that was a very good idea for trans people and not go to the family
bathroom. We don't have urinals. We just have the stalls.
Right.
So
even in the family bathroom, it's like a toilet and like that thing on the side with the kids. Go back to what Princess said, though, real quick.
Yeah.
Because your representatives are the problematic ones, and so are yours. Like, it's not a one-sided situation.
Representatives, so Deb, let me ask you this.
Huh?
Who is our representatives that are problematic?
The black women who troll this situation. Because
black women.
You ask me a question. Let me finish.
Because let me say this. Okay. Prior to this whole discussion, I just felt like you in the LGBT community only represented the G, and you only dealt with issues that affected the G.
I do.
Never spoke on the T. So I've always said
though, I don't know that plight. What I do know is this: if I'm a mother who has a child, I don't want my child to go over to the family bathroom and there's a trans person with a penis in the bathroom.
I can agree with that. I'm talking about, we're not the bathrooms. I 100% agree with you, but we're talking about the statements made by the T community, because you're somewhat defending them.
Oh, if you want to go down this road, I could definitely go down this road. There's a lot of women who hate trans people because they've been tricked by men, allegedly, when their men really want trans women. Or there's a lot of men who treat their women bad. You've watched a lot of shows where the man don't want to sleep with the woman because he likes trans men and they don't like butt stuff. There's a lot of things going on. But I think that the problem is that the trans women and the real women, the natural women, whatever you want to call them, cannot figure out the space of, listen, let's just come together and figure this shit out. Because that's the only way it's going to ever get fixed. Because y'all cannot keep fighting each other and then saying, oh, well, they are doing this and y'all doing this and we doing this. The mentality is this: if your man like a damn trans man and you not giving off trans man and you don't like butt sex, then that's a problem that you and your man have. That's not a trans person's issue. And if he chose that, that's because the trans person was given up and you was not. So you cannot fault the trans person for that part. Also, I think that the other thing is that a lot of trans people love black women that are black. But because y'all have so much because of the DL situation, it's always been bad because of how it's come off. Oh, he don't like us because he like the men. So then hold on, wait, let me finish. So then the women start calling them men and all that stuff. They're trans women. Listen, if you told me today that you are a NIFO, what I can say is this: listen, do your thing. I'm not going to judge you off of that because that's who you are. I'm never going to fight that battle because I don't live that experience. So I'm not going to sit here and trash you or bash you because the next one to come around is not, and they still dealing with them and it might work. The men don't like you.
I'm going to speak on this because to me, sexuality is very complex. Mm-hmm. So when I think of DL, I think of DL men messing with other men. When I think of trans women, I just don't. Yes, DL men might mess with them, but I don't view them as a man messing with a man. So I feel like DL men would seek out another man versus a trans woman that looks like me. Do you get what I'm saying?
Wait, say a woman. I'm sorry.
So I'm not. When I think of trans women, I don't have an issue with trans women because they look exactly like me. They want to be a woman and all that. DL men to
but
me.
You just said they want to be a woman.
DL men.
But you just said they want to be a woman.
Yeah, but let me say this: DL men are seeking out. I would think seeking out men, masculine men.
They're not. Oh, but that's not true at all. DL men are not seeking out masculine men.
I'll say this though: I think there are men that just enjoy different types. Let me bring Princess up because she's here too.
But I want to read. Dee just said, "Now you're lumping all Black women into problematic groups. We are all not like that." I literally just said that. I'm saying that is the problem. Is that I don't group people in the same spaces. So hear what I'm saying. I'm not grouping nobody. I think that a lot of times that when it comes to trans women and real women, whatever the word I want to use, that is what the problem comes. I think it destroys the entire Black community when it comes down to the women part, because there's this thing with supporting Black women, and there's this thing where we're real women and y'all are not, because y'all can't have a period, y'all can't have babies, things like that. That's more, y'all don't really see the gay people like fighting like this. With like the niggas be like, I mean, you gay, cool, like, and that's it. It's the women part, and it goes back to supporting Black women. Listen, if I'm calling myself a Black woman and I'm not fucking with you like that, because a lot of Black women don't fuck with us like that. Just don't fuck with them. I don't need a fucking post on YouTube. Why am I cussing? I don't need a post on social media about why I don't F with Black women or women, period, as a trans person or as a natural born woman. Just don't F with each other.
Yeah,
it's like it's holding us back.
I 100% agree with protect my energy. The cheating is the cheating, and I feel like we're more outraged with men cheating with men versus
but
men.
All trans women don't have a cop, so that's exactly. Not. I mean, but even see how this reads. Like this is the problem right here. Right, put it back up. Even this is the problem. Because all trans don't have that. I don't think that's a problem. So they're cheating is cheating. If he want cock and boobs, I don't know what that word is, and boobs, or cock and boobs, so be it. Don't cheat. A woman is angry at the cheating cheater and cheat. All those trans people don't even have dicks. So why would it even be a thing? That's the thing. I think that you guys, and I hate talking about this because they can be like, he hates Black women. Y'all be fighting all the time, and now they got trans women. Like, it's an even bigger battle. But at the end of the day, like, y'all need to figure this out.
Who said we were jealous of trans women, though?
Did you hear me even say jealous?
No, but I'm asking.
But trans women say that I don't know what the about us. You are being defensive, and you are not considering what our experience is.
Give me 1 second. Y'all are fighting a battle against Black women again. This is a situation that, as a Black man, who, whether you cis or you just trans, as a Black man, I don't have a battle in this fight. This is a Black woman situation.
So, Deb, did you actually, or do you understand that we're fighting a battle that we didn't even start? We ain't never said nothing about trans women.
You didn't say something about trans
women. Who? Like,
in general, we don't, because we don't care. And I'm gonna tell you, it's a difference, because all of us women, Black women, have a good Judy. Okay, we've always had a good Judy. We always have one in our group. I don't think it's and I'm gonna stick with this. When I sat up there and I sat back with my trans friends, with my gay friends or whatever, and with my good girlfriends, this is also a generational issue. My old queens, that we don't cross paths like that. They will never say, I'm a more of a woman than what you are. What this new stuff is with this social media and all that, these new age queens, and you know, I'm trying to keep my language cute. They would come and say, those are the ones that say, oh, I took your man. Those are the ones that come and be disrespectful. Okay, if you fucked on him, just do that. Any woman is going to be angry if their man cheats, number one. Let me tell you, number two, if my man cheated on me with another man or another semicolon, you know what I'm saying?
A trans woman.
To be a man.
Or a trans
you
woman.
know, because most men that I talk to,
can you just say or a trans woman?
I'm getting to this. I'm being specific in what I'm saying for a reason. When a man fuck another nigga, I'm starting there. Okay. My man had sex with another man, or if my man dated, because I've talked to a lot of trans. A lot of trans like to keep their pipe, okay? So let's be real about that. If you have another trans with a penis, I would have respected more if you cheated on me with a trans woman that had the surgery. But let's be honest, a lot of them are not having the full surgery down at the bottom. And it's not that you cheated. Let me finish because y'all done talk for an hour. You cheat on me, and then the audacity behind it for the trans woman to say, hey, you wasn't a good enough woman to satisfy your man. That's why he had to come looking for me, and you wish that you was as good of a woman as me. Those are the kickoff, and those are the points that hurt and that are unnecessary. We're not addressing that this man is closeted or may have other issues going on, or the fact that he just cheated. Just like if it was a natural born woman and my man cheated on me with another woman, you don't need to come to me and say nothing because you fucked him. You know what I'm saying? Just go about your business. But you don't need to come over here and step over here and just stomp on it. And that is where the starting point of all of this comes from. It's the I'm better than you, or I need to take over. There is nothing to take over. Okay, nobody wants a period. I suffered with it. I had fibroids. I had to have surgery. Just gone somewhere with that. It is not a gatekeeping thing. A trans man was originally a natural born woman. That is why you still have periods. If you don't want a period no more, you want to be 100% man, have the surgery so that you won't have a period. I originally, till you said something, I thought that was a part of that. Only thing I know is because I work with the trans men and because I no longer have a period, I do know there are virtual and emotional things that still go on. You can still have a virtual period without bleeding. So this goes beyond just the natural and physical things. There is a hormonal thing that goes on. And why do people want to keep going over and looking over the things that are deeper than this simple shit about who bleeding, who got titties, who got a penis, who don't? It's deeper than that.
Mm-hmm. I think it's very deeper than that.
Yes. I want to hear from D-Truth.
D-Truth.
And thank you, Princess, because I 100% agree with you. D-Truth, are you there?
When you want to agree with me?
Damn.
We don't have the same experience.
Right.
Hey, Candy, have panel respect to everybody on the panel and the chat. Candy, I know your husband too. You already know that. So yeah, we're gonna get up. We're gonna talk to him later. But this right here, I had this discussion on my channel about 3 or 4 times, and what he said about the trans having their own bathroom is correct. They should have their own bathroom, because if a family, a woman or man carries his or her little girl in the bathroom, and the woman in there, and he got a penis, and the little girl comes out saying, "Hey, he tried to do this to me." Guess what? That's a whole nother ball game. See what I'm saying? And then that guy gonna have to explain himself. And then on top of that, this is the question I got right here. Why do sometimes when people go to the club, right? Trans woman, trans man, don't matter. Do not tell the person that talking to them that what they were born as. So to be true to themselves. Because some don't want to be true to their doggone self. That's the problem. That's the problem right there. Because if I go to the club, I'm talking to a woman, and they come and find out that's a man, I'm going to be very upset.
Well, I'll say this. And let's say if I was a trans person, I would, in that setting, I wouldn't want to let somebody know that, hey, I was born a woman. So I would, on more private terms, I would want to do that for my safety, because in a club with a lot of people, I'm not going to tell somebody, oh, I was born this and now I'm this. You
hit that parking lot, baby, it's over.
Yeah. So I would hope that the person will respect that in private, I can have this conversation with them.
Yeah, but think about it. I look at this right here. In private, they get to the house without service. He finds out that and he still got that thing. And you see what I'm saying?
A private conversation over the phone.
But why y'all taking them home the first night y'all meet?
Yeah, I was gonna say
but you know how they do it. Some people know how they do it at the club.
But that's not the trans person's fault. That's y'all's fault because y'all shouldn't be taking these people. Natural born woman.
But hold. I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm gonna stop you right there. I want to stop you right there. You talk to an intelligent person right here, very intelligent person. See, how you gonna make it the man's fault?
I'm not making it the man's fault.
Yeah, you just did. You just
can't
did.
Imagine trying to rush and have sex with somebody, and then you find out later when you get there that ain't what it is.
But on down the line, this trans woman keep talking to the man, still ain't told him after 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
I can rock with that.
And guess what? Why you think some of these trans men, trans women get into trouble they get into? Because they're not being true to themselves. If they were true to themselves, and they believe in what they were doing, and they believe in, I'm a woman, like I said in the comment. I don't care who. I do not care who is the leader. Whoever's doing that, whatever. They are not in one bunch. But it seems like to me they trying to kick. I don't care, black woman, white woman. I don't care what kind of woman out. They try to kick the women out. They try to take the woman out, the naturally born woman.
I would agree with some of them. Yes.
Yeah, and they try to take the natural woman out. Look what they doing. Look what the Supreme Court did. Roe v. Wade, abortion, done with. But look what else they're doing.
Trans people ain't doing that.
No, but look what they doing. Just look at the whole shebang, not just as one part.
What do trans people have to do with that?
But I guarantee you, a trans woman, trans man, black woman got more rights than a black woman.
But what do trans?
Hold on. Answer that question. Do they have more rights than a black woman?
No.
Yes, they do.
White.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. You better go. You're right. Like, I told you, you talk to a person who do this stuff for a living.
What you ask me? White trans people might have more, but black trans people absolutely not. Absolutely not. They don't have nothing. They don't have any right. It's the same way in the black community. We don't have no rights at all.
I will say this, because this is not how I thought before, but after my experience with my job, I feel like those people had more rights than I did as a black woman. And you see, I'm no longer there. So that is a question.
But that's one situation too, though.
That can be explored. And exactly, it's one situation. I don't know what's happened with other people, but I can only speak on me. I feel like in that situation, let me just say this. In that situation, I felt like they had more rights, and I was told to sue the prior company because of that particular situation, because they believe, I'll just say this, and y'all can tell me if it's semantics or not. When I worked at this company, the president, some of the instructors, financial aid, were all a part of that community. And I was one of the only heterosexual women there, natural born women there. And so when it came to protecting myself and defending myself, they didn't allow me that right. And so I felt like I was discriminated against and should have took it to the EEOC and court. But that was my situation. I don't know what other people have gone through. No,
yes, you should.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should have.
I just think that all people in these situations you guys are talking about should not make everybody in these communities wear that scarlet letter of trans people and whatever are wearing that letter that is bad, that they're all bad people.
It's not about the scarlet letter, but it's just my experience. Now, Deb,
no, and that's what I'm agreeing with you.
I was gonna say, if it was
I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you
because you're part of the community.
Yeah, and our friendship, like I will fight a bitch over you and a nigga over you any day. So I don't give a fuck about none of this stuff. But the reality is this: in every sector of a race, there are bad people, and we have to stop blaming every community, because that's again where we come as a black community, where we f up, because we're saying all trans people are bad, all LGBT people are bad, all black men are all real women are bad because of these situations. everybody don't feel this way. But we got to find the people that are good people who feel like, listen, we're just here to support each other and that's it. Fuck the people who can't get with the program because these are problematic people. The reality is that a lot of us want unity. And just look at it. Wait a minute. Look at us up here on this platform. This is a unity situation. We're not fighting a battle of who's better or who is real or who is not. We're just talking about the facts of things that are happening. Yes, you guys have had experiences with people that are from the community that I'm a part of, but a lot of people that are a part of this community don't give a fuck about the stuff that's going on. The reality is that there are bad people in every part of these communities.
What you're saying though, because I'm not trying to generalize, but let's say something happened to me as a black woman against somebody in the white community. If it was the white community, I would have been told, "Oh yeah, definitely go do this, go do that." But in your community, you're making it as if it's an anomaly. I can even talk. Anomaly.
No, anomaly.
Anomaly. Yes.
Anomaly. I'm a little tipsy. Yeah. I don't feel it's an anomaly. I feel like what's going on in this world today, there are a lot of situations where this is happening now today. I'm not going to say my situation was an anomaly because living in Atlanta, I'm seeing a lot of it happen. But
but boo, I think that
there's a gay black man who died because he was voting in a damn gas station.
But I mean
none of the black community is sitting here going, hashtag none of this shit. They're not even giving a fuck about it. Well, so I'm not sitting here. Hold on. I'm telling you. The reality is that if one of y'all died, the gay community, the black gay community will be rallying. We will be out in the street. We will create some shit because Black Lives Matter started from lesbians. We would be sitting here creating shit for the black community, not just for lesbians, not for gay people or the LGBTQIS plus community. We would be doing it for black people. When it comes to a gay person or a lesbian person or anybody in the letter people, we will, as the black people in that community, we're gonna fight. But the people that are outside that community, where y'all at?
Okay, let's address all of that.
But answer
what I want to say, I'm about to. Y'all don't let me talk, man.
No,
I feel that first off, we are not separated in the sentiments of what you're saying about unity. I believe that black women have carried all of these causes on their back one way or the other. Even when it is, when it comes to protecting black gay men, we've done it, right? And
have y'all?
Just listen, and I'm open to what.
Can you give me some examples?
Can I finish?
Let her finish.
All right.
I can take sentiment to some things that Funky said the other day about, that we respect black gay men in the spaces where they are of service to us. So that made me sit back and really think about what he said. But when it comes to protecting, like, we are the ones that have been, I guess, gatekeeping as well in the industry and different things like that. Like I said, we always have the good Judies. We are the ones who sat aside with the trans girls and helped them get clothes or help them become who they are. You can't just say that we just hate trans girls, because that has never been the case. I think that a lot of this media is pushing these different agendas to make it seem as though we hate the other counterparts, and that is not it. It just feels like you're pushing us all the way out the way to make room for a whole new order of the way things should be. And we like it somewhat the way it is. We are fine with equality, but don't take away my individuality to make your equality. It's not fair and it's not right. Now, when you talk about gay rights versus black rights, I'm sorry. Those are two different fights, even though in the same that we're all black, but I can't put my sexuality, whether it be gay or straight, over my blackness. So I can't identify with the gay rights. Will I stand with you and say, let me finish. Will I stand with you and say that was wrong? Yes, it was wrong. But
why is that different fights?
Because it's a different type of community.
Are we not all black?
Stand there and
are we not all black?
we're all black, but we ain't all gay.
We're not all women, and we're not all men either. So
and men don't
is that a
stand
different
with
fight?
all women in women issues. This is why they say black women.
So when
are
Sandra Blandon got unalived, and when Trayvon Martin got unalived,
a black man.
This is two black men and women. When they both got unalived, and then when this man,
but hold on.
Black man got unalived.
Black issue.
Let me get in here. One thing you said that was incorrect. I know this that you were talking about. He was out there voting. Yeah, they didn't march for that. But guess what? All this other black to crime. How many people have marched for that? They didn't march for that. No. How many blacks have been killed by blacks?
Wait,
in the United States.
I didn't know what you said.
Hold on. In the United States,
rewind. What did
black
you say?
on black crime. Look, black on black crime.
No, wait,
hold on. Listen. Sometimes you gotta close your mouth for over years. You got one mouth for 2 years to listen. Listen to what I'm saying.
I know what you said about marching. What did you say?
Look, when Trayvon Martin got killed, that somebody else killed him. When George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, Cedric Bland, the girl in Kentucky, she got killed. Everybody want to march, right? Everybody want to march because somebody else of a different nationality, ethnic group, or race, whatever you want to call it, did that. But what about all the black and black crime? You talking about nobody marched for gays, transgender, whatever. But guess what? Nobody marched for them either when it was black on black crime. So come on now. You gotta keep it real. And I'm keeping it real right now.
That's not even true. That's not even true.
First.
That's not even true.
It starts with y'all first to fight for your rights. And
we always do.
And then the community follows.
Yo, this is crazy.
No, it's the truth. The thing is, the problem is, I'm gonna tell you like this right here. The problem is right here. Just like I said about the police. Just like I said,
tell me what I know for a fact that didn't happen.
But hold on. I was talking.
I know that the LGBT was there for all these things.
But hold on, I was talking. Please, I was talking. I was talking
over top of me, but it doesn't make.
I was talking. Please, I was talking. One, it's just like this right here. Just like I said about police officer. If a bad police officer do something and no good police officer speak up, guess what? That make them just as bad. Just like the trans LGBTQ community, if one does something bad and nobody else speaks up, guess what? They make the whole community look bad. Just like if one black person don't speak up, something goes in a black neighborhood, if that person don't speak up, it makes the whole community look bad. That's the bottom line to it. Until people start speaking up, I don't care what community you represent, till they start speaking up and speaking out and loud and clear, guess what? Nothing gonna get better.
Yes. And thank you for that. D-Truth. Deb, are you still there?
I'm here.
Why are you turning your camera off?
Because that doesn't make sense. I'm reading the comments.
So
the situation is this. Yes, everybody, I think that Nihar said something. People are saying stuff in the comment section. The vehicle behind the battle of this young man who was passed away, because the first thing that people will say when it comes to, like, y'all not gay people, y'all don't know what's being said to me as a gay person. Y'all going to have your own perspectives. What they will say is, y'all don't get killed because y'all gay. Have you ever heard that?
No.
You haven't heard that, right? I hear that all the time. So I'm telling you what I hear. None of y'all can tell me what I hear all the time.
I'll say this.
And you can't tell black women what black women.
Here we go. Like, I'm trying to finish.
That's what makes us even. I don't have the gay experience, but I got a black woman.
I don't have a black woman experience.
And I'll say this, Deb. When I saw the young man get,
I was trying to finish what I was saying, though.
Can I finish? Because Deb,
I was trying to finish what I was saying, and y'all not letting me finish.
Go ahead, Deb.
Every time I start talking about this shit, y'all keep interrupting me, and y'all like, stop it. I'm like, y'all just asked me a question, and I start talking. But this is what is happening. I really don't give a fuck. The reality is this: there's no unity in the black community. Period. I don't care what race you are, what sexuality you are. There's no unity. And we're going to keep staying in the same space as Black people if we keep doing this stuff and making excuses about why not. Yes, so I think Nihar said it's in the news, but I'm watching YouTube. How many stories have y'all seen on YouTube about this gay Black man who's been alive? You don't see it. When Shanquilla died, was unalive.
I'll
video.
Say
when are you? I guess I'll have to stop. Go ahead.
No, because
I'm trying to make a point.
I know you're trying to say that his murder was not publicized like everybody else's, but I have seen this young man out here, and I felt for that. And I know
how many videos have you made about it? Princess, how many videos have you made about it? All the big bloggers on YouTube. How many videos have been made about this? None. Nobody has said anything.
You know why I said that about it?
This. Yeah, y'all. We support things that happen when it's Black women and when it's Black. Now I got to take a chill pill. You know what?
But you know why I do on my channel. I talk about the real. I talk about the real issue. I talk about real issue. They try to hide the real history of our ancestors. That's what I talk about. So our kids would know what really going on. That's what I talk about. The real issue that's going on. Forget that. You know what I'm saying? Because our kid gonna be lost in this world without that.
I'll say this, the truth, and Deb, with the young man that was murdered in New York for dancing, I thought that it was unfortunate. And I mentioned this earlier, Deb. Beyonce did a tribute to him. So it's not like it's not being publicized, because it is being publicized. And me as a heterosexual, cisgendered, as y'all like to call me, woman, I felt compassion and empathy for this young man that was murdered, because it was not right. Not only because he was just a young man dancing, but the fact that he was a Black young man dancing, and he was also part of the community. So I felt like it was a hate crime, and I hope whoever murdered him, which they said it was a teenager, gets charged. But my thing is, I've done 2 shows. This is my second one. We talked about this young man on this show. I feel like he's getting a lot of publicity. There could even be more, but Deb, we need people like you. Since you feel like nobody is saying anything, you need to do some shows on this, because you can identify with what this young man has gone through and his death, period. So you take the charge and do that. Don't wait for somebody like me that's not even a part of your community to do it. You do it. You put it in my face. Instead of turning your camera off, you talk about it. So that's all I have to say on that. So
see,
I camera off if I can finish the statement. So Deb, let Candy finish. You just asked me a question, and I can't even finish what I'm saying, because there's somebody. Let's say I'm talking now, and you still doing it now. Y'all don't let me finish anything that I'm saying. It's like it's crazy to me.
You cut us off when we're talking. So
y'all asked me a question. I'm trying to answer the full thing, and it's like, well, I don't know what the guy, I can't see the name, but underneath me is saying something. You're saying something. I'm trying to finish what the fuck I'm saying, and I can't finish shit that I'm saying, because you got something to say, Prince got something to say, the guy even got something to say. I'm trying to finish what the fuck I'm trying to say.
You talking for 2 hours.
Because at the end of the day, I don't give a damn if it's a fucking frog or a roach on my floor. The reality is this: there's no representation of anything. There's a lot of things that are happening in the Black community, and it doesn't matter what part of that you land in. Y'all are not supporting everybody that's in the Black community. When I can tell you that the LGBTQIA plus community shows up in every fucking thing that happens, when it is a Black man, a Black woman, they are there. They are marching. They are creating things that make things happen for the Black community. When it happens to somebody that's in our community, no one shows up besides us. And that's facts. I don't give a damn if Beyonce put a name up at the concert. Most people don't even give a fuck about Beyonce that are not, because they know that she supports our community. They don't give a fuck. So Beyonce posting that doesn't change the fact that this young man has been unalive for voguing at a damn gas station. When Black women are disappearing, you literally just sit here and said the woman who lied, you want to support her until you find out that it's not true. But this man has been unalive, and they told you why. There's no people in our sector of YouTube are making reports about this man. So you know it's not that important, period. And I don't care what people are saying in the chat. Look at the results. How many people have y'all seen talking about this?
Can you answer Chi-Town's question?
What is it? Where are the gay videos, marches, etc.? Because all the videos I see have been the Black women content creators. When I keep saying Trayvon Martin, what is the man's name again?
George Floyd.
George Floyd.
When we were at George Floyd's marching, and they were saying Black Lives Matter, when the trans people showed up saying all Black Lives Matter, they were literally getting too. I witnessed it with my own eyes. They were fighting the trans people at the march about all Black Lives Mattering. When we were at who died after that?
It was a lot of them, but I want to know
that died. When you go to these protests, they don't give a fuck about the LGBT community, because if you add Black and the LGBT, it's a fucking problem. I cannot speak for Black women. I never do. I never even tried to. What I would say is I support this shit. But what I can speak for is the community that I am in. And when I'm at these marches and I see the discrimination and how people are literally beating people up and fighting people because they're marching for Black people, it's a problem. But again, I will go back to this. We're talking about certain people. I'm not saying that every Black woman hates LGBT or Black men, or all Black men hate Black women and LGBT, or all LGBT hate Black women and Black men. But I'm saying there are certain people who do that. But we need to figure out a way to get to the people who do support all of this from all these communities, because our problem is the main problem is this. As a Black community, we have an issue with coming together and fighting a battle that we can actually win, but we can't because we have toxic people in every group of Black people. And that's my main issue.
I'm gonna tell you what the problem is. One, us as a community, I'm talking about everybody, gays or no matter who, as a community, got to learn your past to move on to the future. If you don't know your past, what really went on, how you gonna move on to the future? That's the problem.
What does that have to do with anything?
A whole lot to do with a whole lot of things.
We're to fight for the same thing, and you have problematic people.
You didn't hear what I said, did you? You didn't hear what I said. You got to learn from your past. You got to look at your past.
We all.
No, you don't. I'm gonna ask you all this question. You know about Lake Lanier, Ken? You know what Lake Lanier is, right? You know what Lake Lanier?
Yes.
Central Park in New York. Guess what? They was all a Black community.
I know that, and they buried the people underneath Lake Lanier.
Yeah, and in Central Park, and a whole lot of other places.
Yeah, I know that part. I know that too.
Yeah, and guess what? If you don't know the past, how you know how you gonna move in the future?
How you move? But to me, my thing is this: why are we still battling each other as Black people? I might not agree with what you believe in. That's okay. But the reality is that we all Black. Whether I believe what you believe in as a Black person, we cannot battle anybody else till we stop the battle between all of us.
Deb, I feel that these issues are getting conflated. You are Black first. You was born Black.
See, I hate
born Black. Nobody gave you a sex.
I'm not Black first.
Can I finish? When
you start with that, I can't. I'm not Black first.
See, this you say you don't. Everybody's not letting you talk, but you're doing this.
Well, that's what's going on for the last hour, though. Go ahead. I'm Black first. Go ahead.
When you born on this earth, we were all Black man, Black woman. Okay, there was no identification as trans. There was no identification for religion, and there was no identification of what your sexuality was. You was either Black, white, green, yellow, all precious in God's sight. You were a Black boy when you were born. And I don't know how gay comes before Black. Black comes first. We have so many people that come together for Black issues because we're all Black. I don't know you gay when I look at you, unless you know a guy with a beard, dressed in a dress, something like that. But even still, I don't know what your preference is. Your sexuality doesn't define you, but everybody knows you're Black. You can't wipe off the Black. Okay, I can't wipe off the woman. I might could even take off these titties, but I'm still a woman. You know what I'm saying? But Black comes first. And this is the reason why there are not as many people that may identify with your cause. I understand what you're saying, because the white gay community is much stronger than the Black gay community, right?
Can I just say this? YouTube, Nihar is saying who timed her out. YouTube timed me out because I posted this link twice and it ain't letting me do it. So it might be YouTube, Nihar. But go ahead, Princess.
I don't think nobody timed Nihar out.
The white gay community is obviously stronger than the Black gay community. But Black people don't stick together for Black issues with something they were naturally born with. So how can we expect for us to be stronger in all of these other sub-issues?
But that's my whole point.
When we can't get together with the main issue is that you're Black. So we just have to deal with what we have to deal with and be happy with the people that are working hard, and it will grow from there.
But that was my whole point in the beginning. It still sticks down to the fact that we are still separating each other. I said that like at least 3 times on this live tonight that we need, as Black people, we need to stick together, period. I don't give a fuck what you are. You be a fucking black bird, bitch. I don't care. Not calling y'all a bitch. But I'm just saying I don't give a fuck about that stuff. The reality is that as a Black community, we struggle with coming together. And that's our main issue. I'm not even talking about sexuality or our skin tone, because there's a lot of people that are white passing and they will white pass their ass through life. We've seen it through in the slavery books in our history before, where people are saying that y'all talking about the trans people, but there were Black people who were so light-skinned they wanted to pass as white people. So I'm not thinking that trans people are our big ass problem, because we've seen Black people do this stuff trying to be white as possible. So that's not an issue for me. But my main issue is what you just said, is that as Black people, whatever you are as a Black person, we struggle with coming together because there's so many types of division of us. And I don't give a damn what you are as a Black person. We need to come together as Black people and fight the battle between everybody else and stop fighting each other. That was my entire situation that I was talking about. That was it.
Yeah, you're right about that.
It sounded like you were also saying,
because I said Black women, there's trigger words that I said, which was Black
let me
women.
tell you, it sounded like you were saying that Black women and other Black parts of the Black community
I just said that, because I
don't
said
show
like
up for
Black
gays.
women, and whenever you say Black women, oh my God, he's talking about Black women. I've experienced this already, but the reality was, if you go back and watch this, I said the reality is that we are divided. No matter what part of Black that you are, I said this. You can go back and watch it. I said that. We are divided because we are Black, but again, and we have so much division because of slavery. There was a thing called the Willie Lynch Law who divided us. I didn't say that part, but we are. And people don't want to acknowledge that or accept that part. So I don't give a damn what you are. As long as you Black, we should be able to fight together. I don't care what you believe in. Let's fight together to stop the bullshit.
When you double back, you said when we have gay issues, nobody comes and supports that. You compare the BLM to a gay issue, so that leads me to believe that you
feel like as a Black woman, people don't come to fight for Black women.
Yes.
Okay, so that's not.
How many marches do you even see for Black women?
That's no different than what I said. I'm just making a point that the same way y'all feel, we feel the same way.
But at least you have a start. We don't even have a start.
As a Black gay person, I don't have a start. White gay people do.
Say this.
And we fall under the umbrella of that sometimes. So we're in them spaces. They treat us just like the Black people treat y'all. So there's no difference.
So debonair, if something happened to you, first of all, people outside of your circle and that know you are not going to know that you're gay. So if something happened to you, let's say with the police, there will be a march tomorrow on behalf of you, something happening to you just as a Black man. So no, people are not recognizing your sexuality first. But as a Black woman, I don't know if it's because we're just women or what, we don't get the same people showing up for us that will show up for you as a Black man. So you actually have a one up on us. But I don't know if you just don't want to see it, or
I'm not saying that there's a difference in that space. What I'm saying is that we are Black people. There are big differences in what support looks like.
When you make it known,
what support looks like.
I can agree with this. When you make it known that you're a part of that community, yes, there's going to be some people that disagree with it. But off top with just who you are as a Black man, which is different from your sexuality, because gender is definitely different than sexuality. You're going to get more support than what we get as Black women, regardless of our sexuality. Dee Dee is
I'm not saying that's not true.
No, I just want to finish this. Dee Dee herself said she was a lesbian woman. If something happened to this woman as a Black woman, they're not going to have the same concern for her as they would for you. And I just want you to see that. And
I've been saying that. That's what I've been saying, though.
No, but I feel like you're just saying that as a Black man and gay.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that as a Black community, fuck all the division. We as Black people need to come together. That's what I've been saying the entire time. If y'all, I don't know why y'all reading anything different. I'm saying as Black people, we are all Black, whatever. We could be frogs, dogs, women, men, trans, all these things. As Black people, we need to fuck the separation and come together and fight for each other. Whatever you feel like in your personal life, give a damn. We're all allowed to feel about our own personal shit. But we are Black people who are underprivileged because of the white folks who have brought us over here. We don't get shit. We don't win shit. We don't have shit because of this stuff. That's what I'm saying.
You need to talk to the Black brothers because I feel like as a Black woman,
no, I'm talking to everybody who's Black because it's not just Black brothers.
You don't have to talk to me because I stand up for Black men, period.
I don't know. I don't.
But the thing is, though,
said that it's not all of us. I said it's some of us
standing up for us. There are Black men that are not standing up for the community as a whole.
They don't stand up for Black men either.
No, exactly. That's why I say community as a whole. Somebody needs to talk to them because I don't feel like as a Black woman, I need to be told for us to come together.
Why would you depend on the man who can't even do that for himself?
Can I ask a question?
I'm not. Let me finish the statement, Princess. I'm not dependent on a Black man to do that because I'm always going to be there. That's the thing. We as Black women are not dependent on Black men to stand up for us because they don't. We're already there.
You know what I think you should depend on to take up for you? Me. Because you know I support Black women. I'm not going to ask some nigga who cannot support his own self to support me because they can't do it. They are literally toxic people. And y'all have people that are in the women's section. We've literally watched YouTube tear down Black women, period. And they say support Black women, but in reality, they tearing Black women down. The reality is, I'm saying, if y'all just hear what I'm saying we're fucked as the Black community until we understand, like, there's a group of people who really want to support each other when it comes to whatever you are in our community. And let's stop focusing on the people who can't give a fuck about this part. And maybe we're just a small group, but come together and show these people out here who don't give a damn about this shit what it looks like. And if they can't, let them go. But the reality is that there are people who do support all aspects of the Black community when it comes down to it. I'm not in a battle with Black women. I'm not in a battle with the rest of the LG or the LB, whatever the rest of the community is. I'm not in a battle with that part. I'm in a battle with the people who cannot get with the program, that we have power when we come together as Black people. It doesn't matter where you at in that spectrum.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
I know it's going to sound kind of silly and stupid, but this is for real because I'm trying to articulate it as clear as possible. As y'all was going into it, this question already came in my mind. Black women have to oppose the manosphere, right? And a large part of the manosphere is against or tearing down the Black woman. Mm-hmm. Is there a sector that is against the gay, like that have a whole? I'm sure it might be, but do y'all have like a legit, just straight up sector that says, hey, this is what we think about gay people, or the other gay people coming against a certain type of gay people? Because see, we have to fight everything. We have to fight Black men. We have to fight the trans women. We have to fight some gay men. We have to fight other Black women, because believe you me, and you know who brought this to my attention, Ples let me know. She said, watch, and this was early in all of our career, Black gay men get more respect on YouTube and more views in YouTube than Black women.
That's not true.
And when I sit back and I watch the numbers and I watch who some of the same people jump, if this not mess, They will run to a black gay man's channel and will not support a black woman.
I'll say this,
but that's because they mistreat them.
No,
look at the guys.
Can I say this?
It's your channel. Go ahead. Do you think?
Empire and Make It Make Sense, and I love Make It Make Sense, but they do the exact same thing as Princess. Mm-hmm. But for some reason, their channels are just.
But you know why though?
Why?
They're more consistent.
I follow Princess, so Princess goes.
Princess be on and she be off for like months.
That's like, now, but before
even before that, I mean,
I did not grow.
Look at Busy,
and I was on like been every on for day.
Years, and he don't have the same thing either. That's not a black woman, black man thing. Busy been on for all of us, and Busy don't have that. I remember when me and Busy even started hanging out. I was like, y'all follow Busy. Busy got the number he's at because I said I did it for a lot of people though, because people are following me. I didn't even know that. I did that for Princess. I did that for a lot of people, even Sunny, who I don't fuck with no more. But I did it for a lot of people because I'm not light skinned. I'm a regular skin tone person. But it's all about your content, to be honest. And I think that even when people were on your channel, Princess, they're like, we like how Princess reads. They're like busy for certain situations. I don't know what Mims thinks is. I think he got like exclusive situations where he was able to give a lot of content. Like he interviewed that girl who was dating Nene Leakes' son, stuff like that. So he has that upper thing for people. But I don't think it has something to do with men or women.
I feel like it does. I feel like, and I can speak for myself, at times I was consistent. And looking at other consistent black women that do go on, it's kind of rare of the larger audiences. What Chi-Town just said, Chef Don Don, Scotty by Nature, Kim Pyre, DJ Richie Sky, all of them, House of Aaron. For some reason, people flock to their channels as if they're the truth when it comes to reality TV, especially Housewives.
Chef Don Don doesn't even have more.
And they give them money.
Yes, I can say that.
Wait, say what?
They give them money. Like,
but Chef Don Don don't have more subscribers than me.
Chef Don Don is growing though. But
but look at what his content was. His content was Shanquilla.
It's the same.
He also gave an emotional standpoint on that, so people fell for that. Let's look at go back to the people y'all have pointed out.
So my Shanquilla deep dive didn't mean anything compared.
It didn't mean nothing because you were not compassionate like Chef Don Don was.
I wasn't.
You weren't. You weren't. Chef Don Don was crying because his sister had passed or something like that. There was a lot of emotion.
That had to do with some personal stuff because I don't see people I'm a journalist. Like that. I learned that you and I both know that we ain't supposed to be on camera crying and carrying on when we're delivering the news.
I've been on. Me and Busy both been on YouTube crying, and guess what? I got a lot of cash outs from doing that, so I can't say that's not true. Let's go to Kim Pyre. Kim Pyre came into our shit, and he got in because it was hot and got the fuck out. So Kim Pyre did what he needed to do and got back out. DJ Richie Sky has a different situation because he's from like Bravo. Like he has a different situation. So we can't even compare Richie Scott to anybody else. I know Richie Scott personally. So I know that. And I know who the last person was because you changed what it was, but that's why those things are happening. The reality is that we're not consistent. We're not House of I don't watch him, but we are not consistent like them. Outside of Richie Scott. Richie Scott has a different advantage to anybody else because Richard Scott has been in the media for real. He literally goes on to Good Morning DC or something like that in the morning. So none of
it's still the same women that's in this section. Like look at Anthony Lofties, and we had a conversation. And there, like I said before, I was very consistent in the beginning, and I still wasn't getting a floodgate of support.
But do you know what Anthony Lofties' thing is?
Just listen. I know this already. Just listen. We were on the IG and he said, well, my check last month was 5 G's. I ain't never got that kind of support. Never.
I did.
Well, I'll say this. Hey, girl.
Black gay man.
Let me just say.
When I gave my story about why I left that damn channel, I got a $5,000 check.
Thank you. Protect my energy. Hey girl, hey, who knew? Those are all content creators that are equivalent to some of the male content creators that were mentioned. I just feel like those male content creators, and I've talked about this with Lamar, they get way more, I don't know, visibility or what it is, but they get way more support than female content creators covering the same content. So you'll have to prove me wrong with that. Even when I was covering marriage, I covered the same stuff that they cover, but their channels grew even way more than mine. And at that time, I was very consistent.
But you also have a friend who just puts up lies and gets money.
Who is that friend that puts up lies?
You know but she never comes on YouTube. She just puts up videos. Puts lies on Instagram and gets money.
Yeah. No, but her channel isn't growing like what theirs are.
But her check is good though.
You don't know that.
But I'm gonna tell you this right here. With me, I'm speaking for myself. It don't matter what I speak on. I can speak on the hottest topic, whatever it is, or I can do historic stuff and like that, which I do. Like I said, I'm a researcher. I'm a part of the media. It don't matter. On my channel, hey, I might get, I say 8, 9, 10 people in the chat. Probably get 7 some views. Probably 100 some views after the replay. You see what I'm saying? It's.
You got a channel?
Yeah.
Yes, he has a channel.
Yeah, and the thing is it's the people in the chat what they believe in. You know what I'm saying? And for me, I don't even ask for no money. I don't even put my Cash App up because I want to educate them on what's been going on and let them see the light. See what I'm saying? Like we're doing up here, with the subject we were talking about.
Can I tell you something about what's the name? Mims. Mm-hmm. To me, Mims was the best promotion for himself. Mims went into a lot of people's comments. Mims went on a lot of platforms. So when Mims went live, even with the board, the same thing. Like he was on Sherelle's channel. They were set for on YouTube because they already had platforms. People knew them. They like their perspectives of things. So, and that's a good place to start. Everybody doesn't know to do that. When I got onto YouTube, my really trying to get onto YouTube, I was on a major platform. So originally when I first started, I was probably doing what they were doing at the time. I just took breaks because they were attacking me on YouTube. So I took a break. But it's all about how you come onto YouTube. And then it's also about what are you talking about when people are there, because I can talk about the mess, baby. You come and talk about the mess, you're gonna get 300, 400, 500 people in the chat. But if you want to talk about what's going on, you got to build your content for the people that are coming onto YouTube. I think Mims was a person that I would say did the right thing. Mims came on, he was a part of the mess. He even said his channel is messy, and he did the mess. He contacted the Bryson's baby mom. So people love Mims' channel because he's a part of the mess, but not the messes on YouTube. The messes in the reality show universe. So he giving them something that adds to what they want to see. We just on YouTube talking about stuff, and that's why I try to do interviews and stuff. But people are not in my space looking for interviews with Monique or people that I'm doing stuff with because she ain't been on social media for a long time. So they're looking for that stuff. It's all about how you plan and do your content. And for me, I would say that I think that Mims did a great job in how he executed getting on YouTube.
So we weren't on platforms that should have promoted us. All those platforms that you just said, we were not only on.
Did she promote us?
On bigger.
Did she promote us?
I'm not talking about just her. You said multiple ones. You have been on all of them. We have all been in the presence of huge content creators. Don't act like the big ones don't know us. Kempire knows who we are. Okay. Mims definitely, because I help promote Mims.
But that's the integrity, because I know that Michelle ATL loves me, but she don't promote my shit. It's all about the people that are above you promoting you. Because
just because the person promotes us don't mean that people are going to like us.
No, but it's also about YouTube actually saying y'all
needs to promote us, and they're
not. So let me say this. Remember when people were like, we can't find Princess, and I was on my channel, and I was like, let's stop, and let's all go to Princess channel and subscribe to our channel. That's the type of support you need, because
but would you believe that on that same live that I was on with Anthony's, An older lady got on that live and said, "Princess, is this the same princess from AATT?" She said, "I never knew you had a channel." Here it is, 3 years later. I have not been promoted for people to know from the YouTube. This shouldn't come from people. From the YouTube algorithm should have told these people that I have a channel.
But Princess, people said that to me too. That's why I was like, when you came onto my channel after all this stuff happened, I was like, let's stop. Y'all go subscribe to Princess channel, because they was like, I didn't know Princess had a channel. They didn't know you had a channel. I know that from my own personal self, because I was going on everybody's channel. And when I came in, it was like, I didn't know that the Gay Shop had a channel, Sunny had a channel, Marcella had a channel. They didn't know y'all had channels. They came to my channel, and I was like, I remember you were on my channel one day. I was like, y'all, let's stop. I'm gonna take a break. Go subscribe to Princess's channel. Go subscribe to Marcella's channel, because they didn't know y'all had channels.
That was 3 years ago. I am talking about literally days ago. This same issue.
Well, people might not be up to date that they know you had a channel.
But guess what? The algorithm of YouTube should have put them. Listen, the algorithm of YouTube should have put them together by me. I had a channel before Anthony. I had a channel before Mims.
But now
all of those same people that they are watching, me and you and Kempire came up at the same time. And just the way you do the math, and it triggers. I have a lot of people that watch me that trail from Kempire, that trail from Tasha K. I've had a channel before. So why is it that they don't know? Because it should have been a recommendation at some point. It should have been a recommendation, because it's the same type of content.
That's YouTube, though.
I'm saying YouTube. This goes beyond what some people can say. But
you also have to go with the fact that you're not doing content a lot too.
But that's now. That's been the past 6-8 months. I get you. We're talking about versus 3 years.
Yeah, got you. Hey. What's up, Lamar?
All right, welcome, Lamar. I was trying to unmute myself, but
good luck up here.
I like talking about the YouTube stuff, so I just wanted to pop in just in case I had some. So I ain't got nothing yet, but this is enjoyable.
Well, you
being messy.
I was gonna say, and me and Lamar have had talks about this, because I say all the time, the gay Black content creators, men, get more views and support than we do. I've said this.
I might need to be more gay.
You said what now?
I might need to be more gay.
Maybe if you was flipping your hair and you was walking around talking about, hey,
what's up, sis?
Hey,
what's up, girl?
If you do an experiment and do that shit for like 2 weeks, that's how much your algorithm will grow. If you want to be an extra, you would.
Yeah, I've said so. Deb is a masculine gay man.
I am. I can't help it. But I'm going to be like, what's up, girl? Let's talk about the shit. You about to get into some bullshit? Like, I'm going to be the gay. I don't know.
You ain't gay enough, nigga.
I might not be gay enough.
I bet you, if you do that shit for about 2 weeks, you be like, hey, bitch, we finna talk about this shit. I promise you, YouTube be like, yeah, put that nigga up there.
I do think that the openly gay guys I think they can get bigger audiences for sure. I definitely think that's the case.
And I'm sorry, DD. We need to go live tomorrow. We'll talk about Monique and Jamie tomorrow, because she said she found me.
I know we got lost.
But yes, we'll talk about them tomorrow. But what were you gonna say, Lamar?
But I also think it's when they put it to work in. Like for instance, Dun, for instance, he live every morning. He got a video every morning. Mims works his butt off. I really respect what they do. They work their butts off. Not all the dudes, not all openly gay dudes though, get a lot of views. But the ones that Dun, for instance, he worked his butt off.
Yeah.
And Mims, I don't know what, he's in a whole nother dimension right now.
Mims does too. And Mims is like, and I don't know, Mims is very ambiguous at times. And he's attractive, and so.
But Mims is about the mess too, and Mims will pull up some messy ass shit. And I think he started off right.
Funny though with it, he adds comedic relief to it.
Yeah, he's in it. I think when he got that, like the Nene Bryson's girlfriend or something like that set Mims off, and then Mims was very consistent after. Like he didn't stop, and that's the thing with YouTube. Like once you get something hot,
you got to keep it going.
Yeah, and so Mims never stopped after that. So Mims is very successful because he knew when it was hot, let's keep going.
He's
Mims was also over on Tisa Tales. He was on all the major platforms. So the people knew who Mims was. Yeah. They might not have known that Mims was so messy, but they loved the mess. And Mims took advantage of that. And I love that about Mims. Even when me and the Candy Shop met Mims gave us a lot of good advice about even how to make our channels even bigger. When I did my interview with Monique, he was like, you need to take certain clips out of this interview and make this like Mims' mind frame is just a little bit different.
And he's not just he don't just do videos. I talk to him all the time. We talk all the time.
Yeah.
He and Don too. He's a like he is an art to YouTube. Yeah. And he knows the art. Me and Mims get on the phone and talk about algorithm and stats, and there's so many things that we talk about behind the scenes as to how YouTube works, rather than just hopping on and doing a live video. And there's so much more to it. And he's really gotten into that vein where it's like it's going crazy right now. And he blowing up. I like watching it too.
Mills is dope.
Slow down. When you slow down, it jacks you up. Because anytime that I've slowed down, I took a break, I think, in December, and it took me a couple of months to even recover from that on one of my channels.
Yeah, but at the same time, if you stay in the mess, you got to stay with the mess because that's what your audience respect of you.
Now,
if you try to, but if you go try to do something real topic like that, and your audience expecting you to be in the mess, you know what I'm saying? It throws it off.
I understand what you're saying. It depends, though. It also, like for instance, no matter what Deb or Candace talk about, Nihar's gonna be here, Shotdown's gonna be here, Rep's gonna be here, I'm gonna be here. There's people in here that's gonna be here no matter what they talk about. And I told Mims that other day, I said, dude, you in that zone like Kim Pride, where no matter what you post, you got a consistent base audience now that's gonna watch. Whether you're gonna get all the other tens of thousands, we don't know. But you got a base audience that's gonna watch that when it drops, they're gonna hit that, they're gonna hit it, they're gonna watch it for a decent amount of time. It's gonna get in the algorithm because you got enough base people watching to where YouTube is gonna make it go crazy with suggestion. And that's what it's all about.
I have a small base audience. I've been flipping my content from like just straight celebrity news or whatever, because that was never what I just wanted to do singularly, right? And that's where the branding comes from. But I've moved more into news topics, but I still give it messy, like to kind of give them a little bit of sugar, with the sour, like this is what y'all need to be knowing. And so I think also on that tip, when I'm informing my Black people, the powers that be do not like that, because I've said some straight up very direct and controversial views that I have, and I think that has also affected my growth.
Yeah, indeed, Mims he's making make sense. He covers content similar to all of us here up on this panel. He does more reality TV shows, things of that nature. So I definitely suggest following him. He's very funny. Always been a supporter of I think of all of our channels. He's supported all of us. Except for D-Truth. D-Truth is kind of new. My husband, D-Truth is a friend of my husband, so that's where I know him from. But everybody else,
we're gonna get on that sport. We're gonna get that sport thing. I can't wait. We all support the same team, so thank you. Yes. But it with me, I got my core supporters. You know what I'm saying? But I stay constant what I do. I'm about like Princess here. I do not care what I say on my channel. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who. With me, I'll come out with the truth. I tell the truth. I don't care. I don't care the white friends, whoever listening, whatever they listen to. If the truth is the truth. Because as for y'all don't understand, y'all know me. I started on Facebook. So with sports and news and stuff like that, especially when 2020 came around, and we were talking about the presidents and all that stuff. I'm so real that real people had a bounty on my head.
Well, that's dangerous in my opinion, though. If you're looking at YouTube as a business, it's 100% a business to me. I ain't gonna lie. My audience know I pay my bills with YouTube. It's business. And I have a network. I got like 13 channels, and it's all business. I got people set up.
13 channels.
And so I follow what the numbers say. If I, like, for instance, I told my audience earlier when I was on, I said, when I post white folks' houses, y'all don't watch. So I don't post very many white folks' houses. My audience don't watch white folks. My audience is black women, 40 to 70. That's the age range for my audience. They don't want to see no white folks' houses. They get 300 views. And so I follow the numbers. And that to me, it's a business. Some people just do it for fun. Not me.
You have 13 channels?
Yeah, I got 13 of them, but 4 of them are monetized.
Good. I feel like if I start doing more stuff or my other channel, people would go over there more. But I just don't be having a lot of time to tell stories and stuff. So that's why I don't. But people love that channel more than this channel that I have right now.
Cultivate that one. See what happens.
No, I'm about to start doing it. But it is all pre-recorded too, which is even better. But I just didn't think that people would like that as much. But people love the stories that I tell. So.
Oh, that's the one where you were telling us when you went to Florida or somewhere?
Yes.
Yeah. I remember that one.
You don't know those car shorts.
So cute.
All right.
And then another thing that some people fail to realize on YouTube, you got to network with different people. See what I'm saying? Got to network, and that what they don't understand.
That's something I think. I think you mentioned that, Deb. How memes would go to different people's channels. I did that too. That's when he started doing. I saw him doing. I got that.
Memes will be everywhere.
And when people see you in the audience, you get followers from there because you would be surprised who recognize you. I would go to like Michelle's page, Michelle ATL, whatever. Go to her channel, and I would say something. People would say, "Hey, real estate is." I'm like, "Oh, okay," and it really helps.
I didn't even know that she watches my video. Tori was like, "Oh, she loves you." And I was like, "I never even knew that."
Yeah, she watched mine too, and I didn't know until people started telling me, and she started sharing my videos on her channel.
Cause you never know who watch your channel, watch your videos, watch your live. No, I know who Mills is. Make it make sense. I've seen him in on other channels. I know who he is. So, because you don't know, we do not know who watches our stuff. You know what I'm saying? We got our core supporters. We got other people coming to chat. Then you have some people coming to chat that, oh, who this is? A new person coming to the chat. You know what I'm saying? And they tell somebody. They think you already up the ladder.
Yeah. Right. Now, I did want to hear from Mr. Red Label Confessions and Reactions and Investigations.
That's a long ass name.
That's a long name. Is there any way we can shorten that up?
Not who this is on that profile picture you got pinned up.
I love the picture. I was looking, I'm like, oh, okay.
Is that AI?
State your piece.
Mine is. All mine is AI now. It's screw it.
What's going on, everybody? It was the conversations were a little deep this evening, but I was here for the dialogue that was being exchanged with the things that were happening on the channel today. So congratulations to that. I had some thoughts, but I'm gonna keep them to myself because I don't want to get the panel fired up again.
No, we ready.
Get us fired up. Let's go. What you got? What you got?
Long lives, but I guess I'm doing it tonight. So whatever you want to talk about.
We passed your hour.
Red
label. You passed your hour.
Yes, 2 hours. I'm shocked.
Oh Lord. But in agreement with Princess and Deb, I can see where both sides are coming from. Princess, I mean, when people see you, they don't see your sexuality. They do see you as being Black first. I do believe we have a problem within the community. There's a lot of self-hatred, and we are always trying to outdo one another. So we always are judging one another, and we can never come together for unity when it comes to certain topics and certain things. And white gays, they're organized. First of all, when you see them, you see white people coming together. Black men don't show up for Black women. Black women have always been on the front lines. They are tired. they are tired of doing all the work, and the black men are not showing up for them. And just a whole lot of other stuff, but I don't want to get into that because you already been up here for 2 hours and we, having a good time. I'm gonna drink my Crown Peach in this tea and
This been a good return.
I hope everybody everybody learned new shit today. To be honest, I think that there are a lot of different sides from a lot of things. The reality is that we don't all think the same way. We don't all believe the same way. But just learning the different perspectives of everybody, to me, is enough to open up minds of how things can work. Again, I support Black women. I've done it for multiple years of my life, from college, because I didn't even know that Black women had so many issues growing up in a household full of Black women. But when I got to college, I realized how bad it was for Black women. Coming out as gay, I learned a different type of trauma as well. And so there's that perspective. But I think that they all can coincide together. And I think that we should all, and I will say this to the day that I die, Black women and gay people, or the Black women and the LGBTQIA plus community need to come together, because it's a stronghold that we can all put down and really take over this world, to be honest. That's my thing.
You can see how divided we are when a certain individual posts things.
Yep.
All you have to do is look at the comment section. Mm-hmm. Look how we are so quick to tear somebody down, or so quick to talk about someone's looks or someone's skin tone. And then you take that same example and bring it over to Caucasia, and you don't see them tearing themselves. You don't see them talking about another one's appearance or what. You don't see that. You don't see that in the Hispanic sector. We are always so quick to talk about someone, her weave, this, that, and the third. Like, it's so negative when you look at the comments. Every single posting. I don't know why we are that way.
Yep, all in competition.
Well, it's a taught behavior. You got to look at the Willie Lynch law. We are created to be divided as Black people.
But
I will say this until the day that I die. We are created until we come together as Black people.
Let me say this.
We have to stop dividing ourselves and start coming together as Black people, period.
I agree with that, but I'm gonna say this, so Deb, and it's gonna be an unpopular opinion. So Willie Lynch, first of all, that letter was written in like the 80s or 90s, but it was based off of slavery terminology.
Right.
But it was written in the 80s and 90s.
Right.
A lot of the division actually came from us, because when you look at slavery, when you look at house and field Negroes, there was no difference. White people saw us as slaves. So it didn't matter what color you were. You had people of darker hues in the house. You had people of lighter hues. But when we got free and Reconstruction happened, the Jack and Jills and all that Reconstruction, we ourselves put in our mind that it was the lighter, the better. And so we kind of,
because some of them were in the house, some of them in the fields.
No, but what I'm saying is, we kind of created some of the division, and I can say that based off of Booker T. Washington. I went to Tuskegee.
Let's agree with that.
Let me finish my statement. Booker T. Washington thought that there were a set amount of Black folks that could represent the Black community, and these Black people were light-skinned and well-to-do, and they bended to what white people were saying. And so that was something that would set the mindset of this whole colorism. So yes, it does derive from white people, but white people, they viewed all of us the same. It wasn't no division amongst them, to be completely honest.
So let's say that's even true. The reality still stands to what I'm saying, is that we are divided as Black people, period. At what point do we stop the bullshit and come together as Black people? Like, these white folks ain't the same damn color. They got the yellow ones, the real white ones with the blue eyes and the blonde. There's a lot of different white people, and they stand together. They will come outside. Are you supposed to be in this neighborhood? They don't give a fuck. But at what point do us as Black people stop the fuck shit?
I don't think it stops. I think it's so few of us, it seems, like it happens way more.
Never. I
think it's because it's so few of us, but there's always this idea of being a better version of black person. Like it's always split. There's the ghetto black folks, then there's we always want to be looked upon as I'm not like them.
Yeah,
I'm a better version.
Always trying to appease the European thought of what we think is good, and that's the whole thing, because people hated that I didn't mind twerking. Twerking derived from African dance. That's a part of our culture. So things that happen in our culture I don't see as wrong, but I feel like we are very critical of each other when we should be. So, and it's a whole nother topic, I guess, to talk about later.
When is it going to stop? When are we going?
I told you when you're going to stop. To all us sit down with the people. That's right. Start in the household. First.
But they sit down in jails every day.
But listen to me. Sit down in the house. Explain the real history to your family, to whoever's going to listen. That's how it's going to start to change.
It's not.
The problem is that we're all very different, though. We're all very different, so it's not going. There's no consensus. Like politically, religious-wise, like a lot of us aren't as religious as we used to be. There's so many differences. There's black folk, for instance. Most black folks are Democrats. Democrats are all for gay rights and all this.
I can't say that today, though.
No.
There's a lot more that have moved to independent or Republican, but most black folks are still Democrats. However, but most black folks are very religious when it comes to church, right? For the most part. But that almost goes against the Democratic way of thought. So there's so many different variables of different types of black people. So we'll never have a consensus, because I guarantee you there's a whole lot of stuff me and Candace agree on, but there's a whole lot of stuff we don't agree on. Same thing with me and Dale, same thing with me and Red Label. It's just how it is. We'll never come to a consensus.
It's like that. Go ahead. It's like this. We all human. I don't care you white, blue, green, purple, whatever color you is. No human gonna agree on anything. No human. I don't care where you from, what walks of life you from. We're not gonna agree on anything. Everybody, if we all agreed on everything.
But white people don't either.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody never do.
While we struggling to give a perspective of life.
It's a crap and a bad mentality.
Like we are the worst, because we will literally fight the fight that they fight to make us break up, and then we'll sit there and support them for bullshit. The reality is that if we all fuck if you believe the shit that I believe. I shouldn't really give a fuck about this part, but I'm black, and we know we are in a place of depression, and we don't have shit. Why is what we believe the thing that is bringing us down? Like, that shit fucking blows my mind. Because to be honest, I could give a fuck less what Lamar believes, the Candy Shop believes, Princess believes, Q believes. And I don't even know what this person is that's an avatar of it. I could give a fuck less. When it comes down to this part, as long as we believe that black people need some shit that needs to go on, like, why the fuck are we so in this place? And it's bad that the point, like, some people are believing some bullshit. And we're sitting around and acting like the shit is like, oh, well, because this is what the Lord had told me. Listen, let's deal with the Lord and all that shit after this. The reality is that we need rights. And whether you want to be gay, straight, alien, a fucking light bulb, whatever it is, let's come together first and get our shit together, and then let's tackle that shit. Right now, we need way more than that. I don't give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck about nothing else. I want black people to understand that we have way more power collectively than what we are separating ourselves as.
Not all black people feel like we're behind like that either, though.
I'm just saying the people that do, because we have way more people that do that we can't come together with that believe that part. Because the white people have the same people, but bring the white people over here too, so they can do the same thing. Because we have enough people who understand that what's happening with black people is wrong.
Baby, you got more dreams than Martin Luther King. Okay, it's not gonna happen.
But did his vision work out?
Racism is not designed for us to do that. Our media, what we eat, what we drink, what we see,
but that sounds
our
weird.
jobs, everything. It's meant to keep us oppressed and keep us divided. We had a whole division in this conversation about a black woman versus a trans woman versus a gay person. It will never happen.
But Martin Luther King had a dream, but did a certain part of that actually happen?
Deb, can I say this? What we have to understand is we are not a monolith. We're not this uniform group of people that all think the same way. Once we accept that we all are,
is that a problem though?
No, I don't think it is.
I think it is a problem that people view us as a monolith, and that
no, I'm talking about within our own community.
In our community, I feel like people, like black people, feel like we should all think the same way when we're not the same.
I don't think,
So when when y'all saying support black women and we're not all the same, is that not a problem?
So supporting black women means supporting black women regardless of how they think, who they are. Just support.
So then when it comes down to,
tell you this, when it comes,
wait, hold on, wait.
Let me finish my statement. When it comes to
I was asking you a question.
I want to finish this. When it comes to clear people, we know that they don't all think the same. We know that they're all different, and they know in their community that they're all different, but they accept each other for who they are. But for some reason, as black people, we have to all
think not white people's fault, though. It's our fault as black people. It's not their fault.
Our fault. It is not our fault.
Supporting black people is not a white people problem. It's a black people problem because we don't support each other, period.
We were built not
and if y'all don't know that, we got to go all the way back. We got to go back to kindergarten because supporting black people come from black people supporting each other. We don't support each other, period.
Do you know why we
don't? Because of slavery. Yes, we were built in that way.
I literally just said that. But if you already know that and you already have that information, why are you not taking the steps to support black people? Wait. Let me finish because you said let you finish. If you're not already in that space, then why the fuck are we still here? Because we've known this since whenever slavery started, we already knew this part. So now we're already here. They're saying y'all saying support black women, y'all attacking each other. They're saying support black men, y'all they killing each other. We're saying a lot of things, but nothing is making any fucking sense. Because at the end of the day, and white people are killing us and doing the same thing. They don't give a fuck about us. But if we're adding to that, it's a problem. And so now I'm sitting here and I'm saying this. Listen, everybody's saying this shit. Where are the people that are outside of this spaces that are fucking this mentality up? And where are the people that are inside of this space that can do this? Because fuck the people outside of this space who are saying this. And how do we as black people that are inside of this space that want to support each other, acting and living this life out? Because we are the people who are going to make this shit work. But we don't have that space right now because nobody is sitting around. This guy doesn't really literally die. We watched the guy. We watched many people. Sandra Bland. We watched Trayvon Martin. We watched the other guy during COVID happen, and we fought and we marched and all this shit. But nothing happened. No one went to jail. No one was paid their price. As black people, how do we fight this fight together without when we're marching? Oh, there's division. How do we make this fight happen? And we're talking about a million different things. And it's just one thing as black people, whatever part of black that you are, how does this work for us?
First of all, it will never be one black thing as black people. But second of all, who out here voting and who are your leaders? Y'all just think about the president and the Congress or whatever. Now you got this nigga over here, Mitch McConnell, damn near dead, sitting over here running, all of your finances all over the United States. We don't think about our aldermen,
can I ask you a question?
Our local level politicians.
Like getting the politics
money from us. We got all these people telling women that they can't have terminations to their pregnancy or when they could go to the doctor or when they could do that. But they are the same people that pay for prostitutes and pay for their mistresses to have these same type of things happen to their bodies. It starts at the bottom. And guess what? They don't even want you to be in office. So
can I ask you a question,
let's address these types of things first.
Can I ask you a question, Princess? Can I ask you a question, Princess?
Baby, you know why I'm here.
So y'all think that gay people have a lot of rights, right?
I ain't never said nothing because I told you black first.
But the gay LGBT have a lot of rights, right?
Yes, I'll say yes.
Okay. So how you think they got those rights?
White. They got half of them through being black. The black gays did.
The black gays have nothing to do with that. Black gays, white. I can say for a fact.
Hold on, wait. The Anglo-Saxons have been the most debaucherous type of people since the Roman times. Okay, so that's what they've been into. All kinds of different torture. I've been watching the History Channel a lot. Them people is terrible. Okay, but I love y'all. But you know, anything that the white people is into is what gets pushed to the forefront. So if all the white people is gay and a lot of the men is gay, white men is really gay, and they just out here with wives as beards. So those are the type of politics and the type of things that they like. So that's what gets pushed through.
So do you think that gay black people have rights?
No, because you black and you gay.
We don't have rights, but what's happening is that
why don't you have them? Is it because you're black?
Because we black.
And what rights is it that black gays don't have? I'm curious.
So, but that's what I've been saying the entire time. We don't have any rights. White people that are gay give us a smidge of rights. When I go to gay clubs and there's white people there, when I tell you they hate us in those spaces, they don't want us there.
Well, I go to that.
I mean, there's also the racism within the alpha races amongst.
Yeah. Racism is never going to end. Racism is it is going to be here. It's prejudice is going to be here.
But let me say that.
Hold on. Black folks are prejudiced against each other.
Oh, I definitely said that too.
Black folks are
and black women are very
the most prejudiced ever. Old religious black folks are the most prejudiced people. I don't care what anybody say.
And black women are very mean to each other.
I want to tell you, I'll say this right here. And you know why there's so much division between our community? Okay, take it back in Africa. There's some tribes fought against each other, and they enslaved the people they warred against. And guess what they did? They showed it to the Europeans. So guess what? There you go. That the division is right there.
I think we gotta get to a place where we're no longer we gotta stop blaming stuff at some point. I understand all this stuff happened. I think we have to, as black folks, as LGBTQ, as everybody. I think we just have to. The people that believe a certain thing collectively get together and do what they do. Like
Lamar already said this, or Lamar said this.
But it's
a problem because there's issues within all these communities when it comes to black, and the reality is that we didn't make these problems; they made these problems for us. As once black people stop fucking with the shit that white people are doing to us, it will change, and we have to stop letting these people fuck us over.
I didn't realize I was muted, so I want to go back to a comment you made there when you said black women need to stop messing with each other. So you as a black man, I don't feel like you can speak on the issues that are going on amongst black women.
No,
you cannot.
Okay, I want to hear
the only thing that you can speak on to me is how black men speak on black women, because you are a black man. As for a black woman, I feel like the issues of black men on black women are surpass what black women are doing to each other. And that's my honest opinion. So
you literally haven't seen black women attacking me?
I've seen more black women attack black women.
I don't care what you have seen about more. Have you not seen black women attacking me?
That's the problem. The fact that you just said you don't care, so you negated.
No. Because I think that's a problem. But I'm talking about my own personal perspective. Have you not seen black women attacking me when you have seen me protecting black? Wait, hold on, wait.
No,
when I'm asking you, and you've in conversation with me about protecting black women, have you not seen that?
Yes, but your first statement was black women attacking black women, and I wanted to let you know you can't speak on that.
I can, because I watch it every day. I have a black mother, I have a black sister. I've lived around black women my entire life, so I have a degree on how to speak on this because I watch it every day.
Well, I'm telling
you, even wait, hold on, because you said something that's not true.
A black man
even
on YouTube,
in my own personal life, when I watch y'all on YouTube, when y'all are down, it's sad to me to watch that shit because y'all don't even support each other. It's sad to me to watch that shit. It makes me feel sad as a black man, and even as a black gay man, to watch my black sisters on YouTube to destroy each other all the time.
Saying this.
Hold on, Candy. Before you say that, Candy, did this not go turn around back to the point that I said that black women don't support black women on YouTube, where he disputed it, and now he is
I agree with you. I agree with you. I agree with you. I agree with what you said.
I want to just say, I think that black men should deal with the issue of how many black men kill other black men before we deal with any other.
They gotta start dragging us into the shit.
Thank you.
They gotta start dragging us into the shit.
We didn't drag y'all into nothing.
I think we are big. I think black men are the biggest.
Dragged to the black woman shit.
Black men are the biggest enemy to black
men. Lamar, hold on. Candy Shop, I haven't been dragged into black women shit.
If you have, it's because you inserted yourself into black women.
I have never ever dragged myself into no shit. So because I know that's not true.
Can I just say this? Can I just say this, so Deb? The way that you dragged yourself into black women shit is when you said,
"Tell me how I did that."
You came on a platform and you said you protect all black women. You do this, do that. That comment.
Have I done that for you?
Yes, but let me tell you this.
Princess, have I done that for you?
Oh my goodness.
You defended me, but you fucked up a couple of times.
I don't give a fuck about fucked up. A few times have I protected you as a black woman?
Yes, you have. Yes,
and
you have.
In my real life, when you talk to a woman that I do know, I protected a lot. I fought niggas over women, so I definitely protect black women. I don't give a the capacity of what I've done, I protect black women. So whatever the capacity of how you feel, I don't give a fuck about that part. I know I protect black women, period. And y'all could never even imagine. YouTube is very different for me. And the fact that y'all both can say yes for me, I'm good.
Can you understand this? Nobody is saying that you did not protect black
like
women.
Slapping the candy shop and somebody's about to attack her and you're trying to defend her after you just slapped her. I'm just saying.
What you say? I don't know what you said. I don't know what you said.
Yeah, I said that's just like slapping the candy shop and then somebody's about to attack and hit her and then you defend her after you just slapped her.
Why would I slap her? I don't understand what you're saying.
Metaphor.
It's a metaphor.
I don't get the metaphor, so sorry. Y'all have a good time laughing at it. I don't understand it.
You got it right.
Deb, all I'm saying is, and what I told you before, with your support, yes, I definitely love your support, but you still have to acknowledge the fact that there are black men that attack black women. And then also, I feel like we won't, as a people, we won't be good until black men stop hurting each other, like all the other men said, because if we want to take it there, black men in the past were seen as the leaders of our community. And so until black men can be accountable for themselves and start protecting and looking out for themselves, I just don't think we as a community will ever come together, because you have to acknowledge the fact that it's something wrong, period, with the whole community, with young black boys and all that. It's a very complex issue. And I'm not saying that you've never looked out for us, because you have, but to
I feel like y'all laughing at something that's very serious. And the honest thing is this. Y'all understand now. Y'all saying a bunch of shit that's happening here because it's fun to you guys. In my real life, like, I've really fought for women in my life. And it's funny to you guys because I've seen women who have been beat up by their baby dad and stuff, and I've been beating up niggas every day. Like, the shit that I've done in my life is very overprotective, and it's funny to you guys because we're on YouTube and it's funny. The reality is this: I would never, even when it came down to Sunny, when the lady was disrespecting her ass, I was like, don't disrespect this lady right here. I am not a person that will sit around and nobody respect no woman around me, fucking period. And you guys are having fun with this shit. And you know what?
But hold on. Let me say something.
It's funny. But I'm going to jump off in a minute. But the thing is this. It's not funny to me. Because
hold on.
This is my real life. And I've done this for many of years. I had a friend who was raped in a church from the pastor's son. And I had to fight him. I've been fighting niggas all the time for girls. That was been my life all the time. So this conversation might be fun to y'all and funny.
Let me ask
but it's
you
not funny to me.
But hold on, let me say one thing. One. I know why I laugh. Know why I laughed at that. I've been where you at. My mom, my sister. I had to stop a man. I had to stop a boy from taking a girl one day. I had to stop him from calling his woman a B and an H. I feel where he come from. But you know why I laughed? Because I know I can do that. Because I know what kind of man I am. I don't get all in my feelings about it like that. One, you got to compose yourself. I know how passionate you is about it because I get passionate about it. But guess what? I laugh about it. You know why I laugh about it? Because I know I can still do the same thing over and over again and not say it to the soul, and no soul would never know. Know what I'm saying? Because if you feel passionate about it. Yeah, but we take it seriously, but we laugh at jokes and try to lighten up the mood. So if we stay serious all the time, guess what? That goes stress. You know what stress causes? Heart attack, all kinds of other stuff, health problem for us as Black people, which we already got enough health problem as it is.
Wow. Yeah, and I don't know why Deb left, because what I did want to say is this. What, somebody say something?
Nah, I mean, I was gonna say I'll wait till you finish though.
But I just wanted to know, and I understand, and he just texted me saying it's not funny to him. I know it's not funny to him, and I wish he was up here because I was going to say something. Yes, he has protected Black women, but I wanted to know this. I was going to bring up something that he said 2 years ago, because I think it's been 2 years. Was he protecting us when he said, when he logged into YouTube, nothing but Black bitches was talking about him? Was he protecting us then?
Come back.
Yes, I want him to come back and answer that. Because I still,
you trying to be up here another hour.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother subject that I refrained from.
I know, but Princess, I know we stood behind him when he made that comment, and I tried to explain to him why it was not right for him to say that. And so it goes back to what Red Label was saying. It's like slapping us in the face and then coming back and saying, oh, I'm going to defend you now. You can't interchange or decide when you're going to defend us. If you're going to defend us, he's back now because he's. I'm glad.
Can I say something before? I just want to say this real quick. I just want to.
No, don't say nothing else. I'm gonna say this. Yes, the fuck I was defending Black women. Before that, you knew that when I was on that platform with all the people who didn't even fuck about me, and when I went down the list of the people that was talking shit about me, it was Black women that were talking shit about me. So that's why I said that. And it wasn't specific to every Black woman on this earth. It was specific about the women that were talking shit about me. And you know that. So for you to even say that to me, it really is bringing some shit to me that doesn't make sense to me, because you knew that Sonny, you knew that Danny, you knew that every Black woman that was on YouTube that was talking shit, what was the white women at?
But I wanted
to say, white woman. Do you know a white woman that was talking shit about me?
I knew it was women, but if you were,
do you know a Mexican woman that was talking shit about me?
I'll say this.
Do you know an Asian woman that was talking shit? It was the Black women.
Right,
so they all said the word bitches. I did, but I called the friends that are men to me bitches. So it wasn't a I was saying Black bitches. I was just mad because the shit that was happening on YouTube, they were pulling up bullshit about me all the time. So I was upset about that shit. For you to bring that up to me is very disrespectful.
I don't feel like it's disrespectful for you.
It is, because why would I say it wasn't no other women talking shit about me, but Black women. Yes, I said the word bitches, but who else talked about me?
Do you feel like it had to do with their race or women in general just saying something
Did you see white women talking about me?
We weren't in a white woman community, Deb.
There are many of white. The rabbit is like Mexican or something like that, right? So she not black. There's a lot of different people that were talking shit, but the only people talking shit about me was black.
Okay, Deb.
They call me different faggots, all kind of gay slurs. Were you upset about that?
Was I upset about that? Yes, I was, but it had nothing to do with their race because
they called me faggots all the time. And that Jennifer was fucking me, and that he wants to slay me. Like it was so many derogatory things when it comes to me. But I say black bitches, and now I'm a fucking problem because I said black bitches. It's talking about me. Is that fair?
I thought it was fair for
all the gay slurs were okay, but when I said black bitches, I'm a bad person.
So bad person in who eyes? Like in who eyes? I don't see. That's the thing. I don't give a damn. Like I don't care either. Like the whole laughing thing. That's why I jumped in the lamb laughing. I laugh at everything. Everything is funny to me. I don't understand why you let that stuff bother you.
Never give when it
I don't understand why you let any of that bother you.
When I said black bitch, oh my god. So Deb is this person that cannot ever be forgiven because he said black bitch. I was every faggot. I was a bottom. My dick is small. They talked about every little thing about me as a gay man. They didn't give a fuck about none of this shit. But when I said black bitches, oh, this was what we zeroed down on is that So Deb said black bitches. They didn't give a fuck about me being a faggot, that my dick was small. They literally destroyed me as a human being. And no one ever said shit about that. But when I said black bitches, we all triggered from that part.
I think I was never triggered, but I think that what it was is it's just like, even though this is a grander scale, it's just like anything else when a motherfucker don't like you and then they find something to use against you, they just drag you through the codes. They just didn't like it. So
I'm not gonna be dragged through the coals.
That was the key point.
I'm not gonna be dragged through the coals though. Like I'm not a person gonna sit back and let you drag me. So yes, if you want to get down and dirty, I'm gonna get down and dirty too.
I'm talking about after you said black bitches. They use.
I never said nothing else bad after that.
They use that as ammunition. You see, I knew.
But also, the people that I was friends with at the time too was upset with me about that part. They never gave a fuck about me being called a faggot ever.
I cared.
Nobody was offended with the people that stopped fucking with them when they called me a faggot. Yeah. Y'all were all cool with that part. Yeah, so me saying black bitches should be no problem at all because who was talking shit about me was black women, period. I added the word bitches, but that's okay because I'm a faggot.
But hold on.
The words are both offensive.
Yeah, but thing is, you know how many men in the manosphere talk about black women? You know how many women in that other sector? But hold on. I heard you out. You know how many women don't say
I do not
mean and disturbs this thing? Hold on. You know how many women don't say mean disturbs thing of black men? You know how many times a black woman, no matter what racial color she is, a black woman said something mean about me? And said all them derogatory. Hold on. In my lifetime, guess what?
Ask the question. I don't know.
No. Let me finish. Then you can answer the question. First, like I said, you got 2 ears and 1 mouth. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta close your hold on. Sometimes you gotta close your mouth to open your ears.
Sometimes I need
that's the problem with that's one problem. That's the problem with our people now. Sometimes they don't know when to shut up and open their ears.
I'm not talking to somebody I don't know who they are. I'm sorry.
That's who you're talking to.
Because I'm bringing the real. I bring the real stuff around here. One, look, I do not care what they say. It's what you answer by. What you gonna answer about? You're gonna get so upset. They got you all in your feelings. They triggered you. Yes, they did. If they did, hold on. They did trigger you. You wouldn't call them black bitches.
So what did I do? Hold on.
What was anything they said was not true? But hold on. No. It doesn't matter about that. You just said what they said. That what they call you. It doesn't. What did you say? Hello, it doesn't matter over there. What you just said, they said. Hello. See, that's the problem. That's the problem. You triggered already. You triggered already. You triggered already.
I'm not
you triggered already. Yeah, you are. Because you won't let me finish what I was saying. See, if you wasn't triggered, you wouldn't let me finish. What did you just say? What did you just say? What did you just say? They say you said they call you faggot and all that stuff. Oh, they bothered you, right? They bothered you, right? So whatever they said about you, if it bothered you, if it didn't bother you, you wouldn't call them black bitches. That's all I'm saying.
Right there. That's the word.
But it did. Obviously, it did. Obviously, it did. Because I don't care. Look at. You know what I do? If somebody talking about me, guess what I do? I go to my channel, click live button, drop the link, told them come on, hit the link, let's have a talk. But know how many people can't hit my link to come and talk? None of them. Guess what? I'm through with them. I go back to my content, do what I do. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn about them. I do not give a damn about them.
Hold on. Let me interject at this part, Deb. You ain't got to say nothing. The thing about this was this was literally a harassing, doxing experience that went on for more than a year. These people were doing some stuff beyond just us having a dispute on YouTube. They were stalking people, calling people's jobs. At least 1, 2, 3, 4 people that is sitting on this panel was victims of this type of situation. So by the point that Deb had said black bitches, this was quite some months and months and months that had went by, and it's not just one person harassing. There was literally groups, and they would rotate on YouTube all day. None of these people work. They don't do anything with their lives, and they had nothing to lose. So it was very taxing emotionally and mentally on everybody that, it would make you pull up on people. So that I understand why Deb is getting defensive by saying you weren't there.
Because he wasn't
there. But he about to hear what I said. Hey, hold on. That is nothing compared to what I went through. I'm tell you why that wasn't. I'm tell you why that's not. That I don't vibe with that right there. Hold on. Let me finish. Until you have a 12. Look, listen to me. Listen. Let me finish. Let me finish. All right, close your mouth for an instant. Close your mouth for an instant. Listen to what I got to say. One.
We don't care. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Listen. One, what you went through, that is nothing. That ain't nothing. Till you have a $12,000, $500 put on your head by some people that got money, then come talk to me. I didn't go back and ready to call them all kinds of doggone names. No, I didn't. Because I really didn't care. They gonna get me, they come get me.
I don't think you should diminish his experience.
No, I'm not diminishing it. I'm not diminishing it. No. Well, the thing is, but sometimes you get something. I'm gonna tell you what I did. I just said, okay. So I kept doing what I was doing. I didn't get too upset.
At that time, he wasn't there mentally.
I'm gonna let Deb speak. I will say this about this situation. Me, Princess, Red Label, and So Debonair were bullied by a group of people. So I understood his emotions were high when he made that comment. Though I didn't agree with it, I understood where he came from with that. Because the fact was, it was people in our community coming at him saying these things. But what I didn't agree with is he lumped us all into a specific group. That's how I felt. So I'm going to let Deb speak. I'm going to unmute you, Deb, because I had muted you. So I'm going to unmute you, Deb, and I'm going to let you say your piece because I love you to death. And I'm going to let you talk. And I agree with what everybody is saying, but I definitely want us to be respectful. So I'm going to unmute Deb now.
The thing is that what he's doing right now is what everybody does on YouTube. Let's give our own perspective on how I feel about what he did. This person wasn't even around, so he's having a conversation about nothing. Like, I really give a fuck less about what he's saying. Literally, you can shut the fuck up. I would never give a fuck because it doesn't make any sense. You weren't here for this shit. So stop commenting on something that you don't know shit about. Literally, these people that on this panel have seen the shit. So shut the fuck up about it.
No, Deb. Let's keep it respectful.
I'm being respectful because I could have said a lot more. I could have said a lot more. I don't know who I'm talking to. This could be the person I was talking shit to. I mean, it's talking shit about me. I don't know who the fuck that person is. But the reality is that you're having a whole conversation about something that you have no idea what you're fucking talking about. So close your mouth when you're talking about shit you don't know shit about and let it go. You weren't here for this shit. And that's the reality. And I'm going to drop the fuck down because if he says something else, I'm going to get upset and I'm going to have more to say.
Let me say this right here. One, I just went off for what you said. I didn't know the backstory. So for what you're, hold on. Hold on. But what you said, that what I derived from, not from what she gave the backstory on. See, it's like I've been bullied on him, but I don't. The thing about it is, I've been in the sector. They going out to women, children, all that, doctors, and all that stuff too. So guess what? I just look at it and laugh at them because they're a joke. Know what I'm saying? I don't understand how you feel.
What got to do with me?
What you got to do with me? See, you don't want to get in a roast with me. But you want to you came on here and said they did it right here, but I didn't know the backstory. See, you can't accept a real man telling you he didn't know the backstory.
You a real man? I'm a fake man.
I didn't say you were fake. You said it yourself. I didn't say it.
What am I?
I didn't say you wasn't a real man, did I? Did I say you wasn't a real man? Did I? No, I did. It didn't come out of my mouth. Hey, did it come out of my mouth? Did it? You said it. I did.
If you're a real man, what did it?
Hey, yeah, look here. You said it. Did I say it? No, I didn't. You said it. I did not say it.
Okay, I'm done.
I know you're done.
Let's circle back around to. I want to hear some other perspectives because this was a very tense situation. Princess, I know you want to get back to your work, but any final thoughts, Princess, on anything that we've talked about tonight?
Ooh, child.
Oh, you sound like what's the name? That other chick.
I'm almost done with this assignment. Okay, so Black women are not protected. Black gay folks is not protected. It just is what it is. You can work every day to be a better human being and be better accepted and acceptant of others and thoughtful and compassionate towards one another. It is important that we actually hear each other's needs and not being defensive on whatever our parts are because we don't feel protected, that we feel like we have to come first with our issues and be heard. But someone hears us no matter what, whether it be 1 million and one, somebody hears you. And as we take one step at a time, that is when change happens. We first must be an agent of change ourselves and change our viewpoints before we can change the world. And let's not look for all of the other people that are not hearing us, but let's congregate with the ones who are.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. Was that written by AI?
I don't fuck with that bitch.
Chat
It's all Black woman here.
No, I 100% agree. And like Rep said, that was beautifully said, Princess. Yeah, we definitely, we can agree to disagree on a lot of stuff, but we definitely need to remain respectful. Deb, I understand truly what you have gone through. Just know that we're here, but we're still fighting for ourselves as well. And so we have to figure out a common ground to come together and set our differences aside in order to really do something powerful.
What did that do with anything that happened tonight? Like not a damn thing. This man lived here and was trying to tell me some shit he don't even fucking
know. Damn.
And listen. I get it. I get what you're saying.
I just feel like
this man who has no idea of what has happened is telling me some shit that doesn't matter. Listen, have your own fucking opinion, but don't come telling me that I'm wrong about how I feel about what happened to me.
He didn't say that.
He didn't say you were wrong.
Y'all don't understand what he said to me that triggered me. I'm telling you that it did. I'm telling you.
It's fine that it
I would never tell y'all how you feel. Listen what I'm saying. I would never tell you how you feel about somebody saying shit to you. So don't tell me that. What he was saying was fucking wrong. Period.
Nobody's saying that. He didn't say
I can never take back. I can never change how you feel about whatever somebody you. So respect how I feel about what he said to me.
We respect how you feel, but we're trying to help you understand.
I don't want to understand how you feel. I'm telling you how I feel. That's my feelings. Period.
So, Deb, and you want us to understand how you feel. Can you understand how we feel about certain things that you said? Because
that's why when we had this conversation today, I let things go that you guys were saying.
I feel like your statement back then was very generalized. Like what I think. Which one? I think Nihar said it. The whole black bitches comment was a generalized statement that I wish.
I apologize for that already.
I didn't feel like you did because you dropped off.
I gave multiple apologies for that.
Right.
No, I'm not saying to apologize. I'm just saying I
was explaining why I said it. Whether you guys feel that what I said was wrong or right, I've already apologized for that, but I was explaining why I said that. Yes, I feel like black women were attacking me. Now, if y'all feel like that's not right, I didn't argue that point. Y'all feel like it was wrong for me to say that. I said I apologize and I let it go. I can't argue that part because I'm not a black woman. I don't understand how that's okay for them to attack me and then me say black bitches is not right. But I just apologize and I let it go. But for this man to come on here and don't know shit about me and talk about what I went through and try to give his perspective on what I've been through, to me, I can't fuck with that, period. When I said, I apologize when I said black bitches. I apologize after I said black bitches on this live. I apologize about it. I said I understood it. I don't agree with a lot of things, but I do understand how y'all feel this way. I'm allowed to not agree, but also apologize and understand how you guys feel about that part, period. That's it. Like, I'm not going to sit here and fake the funk unless y'all want me to lie to you guys and say, you know what, I was totally wrong for this because black women never have attacked me. They've been so great to me and so nice to me. Y'all all watch on Sunny's channel, on Candy Shop channel, on Princess channel, on every channel. They were amazing to me. They have always treated me the greatest. That's not true. So why don't I sit here and lie about that? That's not factual.
I'll just say this. These two black women up here, me and Princess, we've supported you.
Absolutely.
So by saying black bitches are attacking you, it's lumping us into that group.
But I didn't say that today. That was like years ago. So we're not still fighting that battle anymore. Okay. Right? Are we still fighting that?
I was just using it as an example. But
that example is old. Like, you can't use that no more. I haven't said black bitches since that. So let that go. I've already apologized. That's gone. I did come back on this live today and I did say that black women were attacking me. I didn't say black bitches, so I don't know why we're even having this conversation.
You said we were attacking each other.
Y'all do attack each other. That is true.
That's not something you can speak on because you're not a black woman.
I can't speak. So my eyes have to be closed.
It's not that your eyes have to be closed, but you need to address the issues within your own community as a black man.
Okay, so I didn't know I cannot say that y'all are not attacking each other no more. I just learned that today. I won't say nothing else about black communication on YouTube. I will shut up after I'm blind.
I mean, it's the equivalent to all the gentleman coming onto a platform thinking he's able to give his opinion on stuff we're talking about and giving his opinion on a situation that you say he knows nothing about, but he's just giving his opinion.
Yeah, like you gave your opinion on a situation that you don't know about as well, Deb.
I know that y'all attack each other, but I would never say that y'all attack each other no more. Y'all are so nice and sweet. Y'all are the best people on YouTube, and y'all support each other everywhere y'all go. Y'all are amazing on YouTube to each other. I am so sorry for observing that y'all attack each other on YouTube. I thought that's what I saw, but obviously I was wrong. Y'all love each other.
You are missing.
I will never say it again. I will never say it again. Y'all are amazing on YouTube to each other. Shout out to the black women on YouTube because y'all support each other. I'm done. I am done with ever saying nothing else. Y'all are amazing to each other. I love the support that you guys have for each other.
Now you gaslighting us.
I'm not. I mean, that's what you told me to do, right? That's what you just told me to do.
No. Damn.
I gotta either lie or I gotta be fake or be honest. Which one?
How about not say nothing?
I won't say nothing else.
I literally just watched this YouTube channel earlier today, and she was talking about the slack that she got because she's married to a white man, and like all the black women were criticizing her of why she's with a white man, yada 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 yada. And she said that she wanted to be treated differently because she's only dated black men and she was treated terribly. And so she got with someone who actually valued her and treated her like a queen, she said. And the black man put her down. And she said to have the black women come in her comment section spewing all this negative shit when they have absolutely nothing to know about her life and what she went through and her abusive relationship with her ex-boyfriends that were black and this, that, and the third. Was very interesting. Now we're on this topic about black men not supporting black women, yada yada yada.
This was in like,
you know what? But that's how they support each other.
I was trying to have
we don't know that support, so we gotta accept the fact that's how they support each other. I didn't know this is what it was. I thought it was like they were being mean, but this is support. So now I know what it looks like. I'm gonna be like, yo, shout out to the black women support each other while they read each other on YouTube and shit. Like I'm gonna be supporting that.
Shout out to the fake ass bitches who here to support.
Support. I'm gonna support it. I'm gonna support it. Please take your charge, dude. Stop it. You're not listening. I'm listening. I can't say nothing about black women not being mean to each other on YouTube because we've all seen it. Like that's real. We've all seen this stuff. But I thought that was mean. But obviously, it's like they support each other. I didn't know that what support looked like. So I would never ever judge that again. I'd be like, yo, that's dope. Y'all support each other. I didn't know.
Well, I'll say this. I've seen women being women and being catty. I didn't think it had nothing to do with their color because white women have done the same thing. So when it comes to black women and all of that stuff that went on and what you're talking about, and you can turn your camera off. I don't give a damn. This is my channel. So you can say how you felt about how black women, how we were dealing with each other. But in the end, it's up to interpretation. With what happened with me and those women, I just stepped away from that sector and I kept it moving. I had no ill feelings. I watched some of them from time to time. I could care less really how they feel about me, but I know if something were, as a whole though, I will say this, if something were to happen to any black woman, regardless of whether or not they talked about me or whatever, as a black woman, I'll say that using my color, I'm still gonna be worried as a black woman. But as far as differences in how they feel and what they've done, I could care less. Honestly, that's just somebody.
But is that okay?
Let me say this. That's just somebody that is not on the level that I am on right now. I'm at a level of peace right now in my life. And all I can do, like the Bible says, is pray for them. Pray for them to.
So when I said that earlier today about the trans people and the gay people, I was like, this people that do this, everybody is not like that. Why was that not received like this?
Yes, Nihar, and yes, we know YT men beat women also.
No, I wanted you to answer that. The candy shop.
What was your question?
When I asked earlier today, because literally what you're saying, what I said earlier today, I was like, all the LGBTQIA plus community is not this way. There's certain people that just feel certain type of ways, and they do this, right? And you're literally saying the same thing about black women when y'all are, what y'all do on YouTube. I was like, everybody don't feel this way. So why is that any different?
All I'm saying, we're a bigger community, but we did not.
I said the candy shop. I said the candy shop.
We didn't not receive it.
I said the candy shop.
Okay.
Go to hell. Okay.
I did say that.
No, I received what you said, but the topic at hand was what some of the people in the trans community were saying. And they were on large platforms speaking their views about us as Black women. Now, as for what goes on in y'all community, I can't speak on that. All I can do is defend myself on what they're saying about me, which is what
But you just spoke on what's going on in our community.
I spoke on what was presented on a public platform. I gave my opinion on it because they included me into something that I had nothing to do with. Because as a Black woman, I could care less what's going on in the trans community. I respected them as a group of people, but for some reason they pulled my community, Black women, into what they had going on. So therefore, I feel like that was the invitation for me to speak on what was happening. I didn't asked to be spoke on, but they felt like speaking on it. So I gave my opinion. They talked about things that happened to me as a natural woman. And so I gave my opinion on that.
Is there an alphabet?
Hold on real quick. I want to lay down what I said originally, because what you're saying is the same thing I've been saying this entire life. Listen, we all have problematic people in our own communities. And I'm not going to fault the Black women community, the Black man community, or anybody in the letter community and hold them as a group. The reality is there are people who really believe in personal spaces and they believe in all these different spaces. And that's it. So I just said what you said earlier today. I don't understand why there is so much going on here with me. I had a whole argument today. Baby, I'm tired.
Just pull up Beyonce. I said that already. Did you just pull up Beyonce? Is that what I picked up on? I said this already.
I'm lost, but go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead, Q. What was you saying?
Nothing. I was just picking up what you put.
What was Princess? I know you had some.
Princess was saying something.
I love you all.
I think she's asleep. Her picture looks like she's asleep.
Princess. She might have stepped away. But I think this was a good.
I did. What you paid me for?
But no, what were you saying, Princess?
What was I saying about his stuff?
And I'm gonna mute myself while you talk. Go ahead.
No, I don't care no more because you done hurt my feelings.
I ain't hurt your feelings. I just told the truth.
I don't think it wasn't.
You're a Black woman. You're not allowed to have feelings.
Here come Q trying to create mess. That's his job. He creates mess all the time.
It's not that we don't accept what you said or wasn't accepted. It's just that we can't identify with it the way that you may identify with some issues, vice versa. Like, you don't know what it feel like to be a Black bitch, you know.
I don't.
You know what I'm saying? Or we don't know what it feels like to be called the F word. It's just,
Facts.
It's a dynamics type of thing. And I think some things hit harder to some people more than others. Those are triggers for different people. I wasn't triggered when you said it, but I was like, damn, when I woke up to it, and I was like, that whole trying to clean it up issue, that was a lot. But I love you anyway. And because I loved you before you said Black bitch, it didn't bother me because I know you didn't mean to call me no Black bitch. What you say, Red?
That shit with his whole chest.
I did, and I meant it when I said it. I meant it when I said it.
But I guess, and for some, I knew it was fake outrage, but the whole manosphere calls us Black bitches, probably on the spectrum.
I called you a Black bitch.
You ain't never come. No,
exactly.
I said that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, let's be realistic about what I said.
Well, I'm gonna be realistic. Not to cut you off. So the whole situation with Jennifer Love Spewing, no.
That's a different conversation. Let's not. I don't want to bring Jennifer into this.
No, I want to say this. I want to say this though.
I don't want to talk about Jennifer because that's different. He's not here to defend himself.
I do.
But he's not here to defend himself.
I don't care. The whole thing.
That's unfair.
the whole thing with the Jennifer Love's feud, I felt like they did drag that more than what it needed to be. But I also understood, like, his statements or bothered me as well. So it was twofold. He said something that was kind of cringy, but I feel like they held him to a whole higher standard than what should have been held.
Oh, true. Okay.
That's what I was saying.
Okay.
So
I'm there for that.
Yeah, I know he apologized, and I understood his apology because maybe he
knew, like, when he said like, we were all there, like Jennifer.
Yeah, and I was gonna say this. Maybe he didn't realize the impact that it would have, but it had a lot of impact because it offended me.
As soon as he said it, like 3 people got on his ass,
and so
and not even on his ass for real. Even he was on Teddy's channel today talking about it, and he was like, he felt bad because he was dragged down to that kind of space. One thing I do know about Jennifer, like, he does respect Black people, to be honest. Like, I've known of him before that, and I hated that he got in that space. That's why when he said it, I immediately was like, don't do that, because it's going to take you to a different space. And lo and behold, I'm about to be in the same space as you, because I said, like, bitch, I didn't even know. But the thing is, I think that I feel like it's so hard to battle with Black women on YouTube when y'all can say whatever y'all want to say, but then we have, like, things we are allowed and not allowed to say.
No, and let me just say this, though. The way that y'all was dragged for y'all comments, I was dragged for Chi-Town saying that somebody needed to watch their household. And I didn't even know what the hell she was talking about when she said that. But I got dragged for weeks because she said that on my platform. I didn't even say that. And my live got turned into, I was talking about somebody's marriage and jealous of somebody's marriage, when at that time I respected this person and I respected their marriage. I knew them personally outside of YouTube. So the fact that one person in my comments could say something told me that this person is not my friend.
Is that fair?
It was not fair. But
you gonna keep your damn comment up?
Right. Rather even when I want to read what it said.
I didn't even.
Can we read it first?
Let me put it back up. But the fact that
people talk about their Black friend, I say to myself, if your Black friends don't have Black friends, don't brag about having a Black friend, and you come to mine for some reason. Okay. Thank you, Nihar.
I felt like it was, at that time, we were all of us, including the people that were bullying us, we were all smaller content creators. And so at that time, they were taking little things.
Y'all had smaller content creators, not me.
No, I'm saying we were all small content creators, Deb.
I wasn't.
What you had?
I was on like 8,000 at that time.
No, you was not, sir.
Yes, I was. I've been stuck in the same number for almost 2 years. I was I was literally getting like 200 subscribers a minute. Watch this at my job.
I'll say this: we were at a point where where they cared at that time about what we were saying on our channels, and so they took the smallest things and like magnified it and made it crucified us for it, and which was not right, because now if you look at what's going on now, it's even worse in these YouTube streets. That's part of the reason why I have not did a lot of lives, because all day they want to talk about Jaguar Wright 24/7. I don't even
say her name because she's gonna be over here.
It's just crazy to me. I'm bored with that. But anyways, I'll just say this: it was a time that was high emotions. Things were taken out of context a lot of times, and hopefully it's done. Hopefully they don't watch this. You know, my channel is still small, so hopefully they don't pay attention to that, because you know how they love to take stuff, edit it out, and put it back up. Like
they're investigators gone now. So
you have that dress.
What did you say?
You have that sweater dress.
Oh yeah, I wear sweater dresses all the time and all this other stuff. That was what was said. But yeah,
they're investigators gone. Don't worry about it.
But yeah,
it was. She moved on her own channel.
It was a crazy time. I feel like it made us all tougher, and our channels have survived past that. And that element of subscribers, I'm glad they don't follow me. I'm not in that particular mess, and so I definitely just hope to see all of us grow.
They typing your name in right now to make a video.
I'm not a big enough content creator for that.
I'm just playing.
Taken away from me.
I'm small potatoes.
I was robbed of my innocence because of YouTube.
Talking about Red Label.
Things that some of these people attempted to put me through. It was long and it was hard, and they tried to get my license taken away.
Is this a sex story?
Even fake reviews, and I just feel like I robbed my innocence.
What was long and hard?
Me fucking bitches up.
OMG. Well, this is fun.
This has been delightful. I don't get to be a part of these types of lives ever.
I'm over here. Y'all got me over here in tears. I was gonna left my ass off.
I'm normally in the bushes just watching this kind of shenanigans go down.
If it wasn't for my 1-bedroom struggling apartment, I would know what I have done.
Yes. But what
I
is
think this was a good conversation. I think that a lot of things came out, different conversations, but I think that that's what YouTube likes, and hopefully this goes somewhere. I think that, just having different perspectives of conversations is always a good thing, because there's sometimes we don't know other perspectives of how things go for real, and talking about that makes it worth it to have the conversation.
Yeah. Well, any other final thoughts? D-Truth, thank you for joining me.
Switch over.
It would be.
Are they still here?
I can't stop laughing now.
Yes. Crazy.
Hey, I've been crazy. I've been part of lives like this this what we need to do, have hefty discussion and get Felix gonna get into it. We all know that, and hefty discussion is what we truly need. You know what I'm saying? That's just the bottom line. And well, I love this discussion. Hey, I be ghost watching you. I be in the bush watching you. So
thank you.
Watching you. That's so.
Yeah. Only reason not that the only reason. Your husband told you had a channel. Like, okay, let me go sub up to her.
Yes, he's a friend of my husband, so he followed my husband has a channel as well. But a friend, a home. I think you from Tuskegee.
No, I'm from Valley, but we root for the same team.
Yeah, for Auburn. Yes.
Yes.
They met through Auburn University. So.
But for the HBCU, I'm kind of opposite of you. I'm ASU.
Oh no! Don't come on. Shout out to all the HBCUs. ASU, Alabama State is one of our rivals. So, but shout out to the Alabama State, the black and gold. Thank you for joining me.
You're welcome.
Eddie Shop for being on live for 3 hours and 22 minutes, because this never happens.
That is a record.
It is a record for her.
Yes, I had time.
Marathon.
But anybody else? Lamar, Princess, Red Label.
You want to do the other ones tomorrow?
Yeah, we can do the other ones tomorrow.
On my channel.
Okay. Yes.
I thought it was delightful.
It was thoroughly entertaining.
It was what?
Thoroughly entertaining.
Yeah, it was thoroughly entertaining. I don't get the experience.
And I just got through with the PowerPoint to my my assignment, my final. Now I have to get up here and record it and put it on YouTube. And oddly enough, it's of all things we were talking about, it's how to become a content creator. So
the do's and don'ts come on under.
It's only going to be a minute long, so 2 minutes.
Stay on your channel. That's it. That's how you become a content creator. Don't go nowhere else.
But yeah, This was fun.
Stay in your lane.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, thank everybody for joining. I'm gonna go ahead and Relay, did you have something?
Mm-mm.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and end this here. I'm gonna play my little outro, and we'll be out. If y'all want to stay backstage and discuss, we can.
That's usually where the party is.
Yes, let's go behind the stage. Go ahead. Let's take us out.
I'm gonna play my music. Bye, everybody.
But I want to welcome everybody to my channel, The Candy Shop. I am so excited. The Candy Shop. So this is